All right. So here we are with Batman Forever. I can't believe we're doing this. One of the first thoughts, right, that I have for this movie that I want to say right off the bat is, Batman.
Oh, I hate that scene. That guy in the back. It's Batman.
I don't understand that part. At the
I don't get it.
circus? Why is he doing that? Oh no, was it the
No, you
circus?
meant
No,
at the.
it was at the
It wasn't at the circus. It was at the
I,
Enigma show.
yeah, Enigma show. Like I guess Enigma convention. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
why
when
he does
Batman
that.
busts through the glass
Yeah,
and you hear that guy right over and chase his shoulder. Hey, it's
is that the same
Batman.
security guy as in the beginning of the movie?
It looks like it is.
It
I
is,
don't
right?
know
Cause
if it is, but that's the same thing I thought when I saw that
it's
guy.
like, is he?
It probably was.
How many people does Gotham people have? I know we talked about in Batman Returns, right? It looks really small. It looks like the whole town only have like maybe 100 people.
Well, this
So
one's
it's
bigger.
possible.
The city looks a
No,
lot bigger,
yeah, just
but the
a
roads
lot
are narrow.
bigger.
Some of the roads are narrow. Those overpath roads are narrow.
Yes.
So, what do you think of this Batman?
So like the MCU stuff, right? We've seen these so back to back so close.
We can't see.
Immediately is a different feel.
No, we compare this Batman against the other Batmans we talked about.
Ah,
We already
okay.
know it sucks against the MCU.
Oh. I don't know how to describe it.
I
It's
mean, it was good.
it
It's not
was
as good as
good. I liked it,
let's
but
put it
I
this way:
still
it's
like
not as good as
Batman
I remember.
Returns better.
Do what?
I like Batman Returns better.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
So when it first came out, right, I saw this in the theater too, and I'm like, oh, this is good. I liked it.
I remember liking it. I always thought it was good and stuff. I even went out, when the when they had the books out. This is the making of book. Oh, you got the
I
comic
got the
book,
comic.
but your comic book's different than the movie, right?
Yeah, it is. It
Because
has some
doesn't it have Two Face escaping from Arkham Asylum at the beginning?
yeah, hold on. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah,
Yeah,
right
it's
right off the bat, he escapes from Arkham Asylum.
which they were supposed to film, and either the somebody says it's in the DVD copy, but I couldn't find my DVD copy, so I don't know that.
Really? Oh, like the
I can't.
special features?
I don't know. I
I
mean,
I
I don't
really
know where
like
my
these
DVD
comic book
copy is.
adaptations.
How long you had that one?
A long time. This is
Really?
from
Okay, just like I
19.
had that other one.
This is probably from 1995.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't buy this recently.
Yeah, no, didn't buy this one recently, but this is a
Ooh,
making up
making
movie.
of that's a really good looking one. See,
Yeah,
look,
it's
why is
pretty good
everything green? Why is this movie themed around green?
because the Riddler was the main character.
So the Riddler is the main bad guy.
He must have became the big main guy. I guess I'm thinking they made the movie,
Uh huh.
and then after they showed it to test audiences,
Okay.
the Riddler was the main guy to everybody.
Well, it seems like he's the main guy. It feels like he's the main villain.
But yeah, I also want to point out,
And you
since
know
it didn't
what the
have it,
Two Face is to me? What is that?
that is the
Whoa.
Batman, the making of the first movie. I forgot to show these last time we showed them.
Holy crap.
Batman Returns.
Is that a hardcover book? That one is not, right? The
Oh,
Batman
this is
Returns.
hardcover.
Yeah, the Batman
This
one.
one is soft cover.
Oh, okay.
And they used to put out a magazine. I couldn't find it called Cineflex. You ever heard of them?
Oh, I don't think so. I never
I
had
have one.
Cineflix.
Had one for Batman Forever, and I can't find it at the moment. This one, the whole issue was dedicated to Batman Returns.
Wow.
It was for. It tells you how they did the special effects.
On
And I guess
Batman
it was for
Returns.
anybody does special effects for movie companies, or you're
Yeah.
making a movie. You pick one of these up, and it's got ads, and all the ads are only for movie companies where people do special effects.
Wow.
So it wouldn't do anybody with a small budget any good.
Oh, okay.
But I used to collect these if you could find. They were $6. Well, yeah, $7 a piece, which is probably cheap now. But at the time we were collecting these, at why these movies were coming out, they're kind of high
Yeah.
and hard to find.
Dang. All right, so you asked me how it was, right? So I felt like obviously it's really different from Tim Burton, okay? And the casting, I feel like Two Face is very, I don't know, it doesn't seem sinister, right?
It did. When I first heard it, that Tommy Lee Jones was going to play Two Face.
Oh,
Okay, I thought,
yeah.
oh, this is going to be good because he was in a movie called The Firm
Yes, with Joel
the year
Schumacher.
before. So I thought, man, because Two Face is supposed to be a lawyer, he was a lawyer in that movie. This guy is going to kill that.
Yes.
And the first movie, I was like, what I thought.
He's very like a Joker character.
He is. He's very Chris. It's like actually it was also a competition between him and Jim Carrey who could be the wildest.
Oh.
I think both of their characters were a little bit too far with both their characters.
They're very far, yeah. It's very outrageous, like
I mean,
especially like this. I never seen Tommy Lee Jones act like that before.
yeah, it was, and he kept making all these noises and stuff. There was a few scenes where, I mean, he could have been a good Two-Face because, like, okay, the scene where you see the Riddler come into his lair,
Yes.
and Jim Carrey's doing all the talking in the front. If you watch how Two-Face stands, he stands just like he does in the comic book.
Okay.
His silhouette in all the movie looks just like the comic book. He looks like the comic book. He doesn't act like you would think he would in the comic book. He's too over the top.
Oh.
In the Riddler was pretty much the Riddler from Batman Adam West.
Yes.
But crazier. I mean, Jim Carrey's good. I don't like Jim Carrey, but I didn't really think he went too far on this Batman.
He did. I mean, like, well, I really like the Riddler. Like,
I mean, I think it's at the time it came out was probably okay, but now watching it again, it's like,
okay, so even the first time I saw it, right? You know what I thought about the Riddler? Why does he have so much wardrobe changes?
Yeah, well, that's because I let Jim Carrey pick his wardrobe. The problem with this movie to me was the director.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, he let everybody do whatever they want. He let everybody fight. I mean, him and the Batman Kilmer, they couldn't get along. The director and Kilmer didn't. Get along.
Yeah, I read that too.
Back. Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones did not get along. I mean, this guy just let everybody do what he wanted, and then of course he turned the bat suit into a joke.
Oh, the nipple thing. The first time.
Come on, even Bob Kane was not happy.
Oh, Bob Kane was not happy with the bat suit because the nipple thing.
I've heard a lot of people were not happy with the bat suit.
What is up with the nipple thing? Why does
they even show a rubber butt shot?
They did. Like, the rubber butt shot was the new prototype, right?
Yeah, so I'm like, what? I was like, it was like out of context. I was like,
it is really out of context.
I was saying, I'm showing at the screen. That's not America's butt. I mean, what do you think you are, Captain America? You're not.
Oh man, yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just there's no words to describe how terrible. Well, I wouldn't say terrible because I did enjoy it.
But do you think that the movie's better because you saw it when you were younger, or do you think the movie's better because deep down in your mind you're comparing it against Batman and Robin?
Oh, that's a good, interesting point. So obviously it's better than Batman and Robin, and you're right. This was better because I saw it when I was younger.
Yes.
And then also it was so much longer time apart from me seeing Batman Returns.
Yeah, I think, and that's what my feeling is. But I also think it's because, well, you know, we saw Batman Returns and we were waiting for another Batman movie to come out. We're so happy to see it because I remember it's just tied into I was younger. Yeah. Things were good, you know. I mean, it's not things are bad, but I remember waiting for this movie and everything should be good.
So and I'm going to remember that because we've been waiting for a Batman movie, right? So you know. Yeah. The new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer just came out, okay? Yes. And they just say it's going to come on December 17th. So you know what I did yesterday? I asked for December 17th off from work already. Just so I told Heather, like, hey, I'm going to watch this right when the first show comes out because that's also the same day my kids have the last day of school. So we'll see, like, maybe once they get out of school, right, we can all go see it together.
So what day is that?
It's Friday.
Oh, that's a good family outing.
Now, remembering that, I also remember, right, when me and you work at Lowe's, that was when Spider-Man 3 came out, too. It came out on a Friday.
But me and you didn't just...
No, we didn't go see it, because I saw that movie by myself. I watched the 10-something o'clock show, and I was highly disappointed. Because, like you just said, came out on, we've been waiting so long, right, like, for Spider-Man, or, like, in this case, a Batman movie. It went from... Was it 92? Yeah. 91, 92, right? To 95. It was only like been 3 years.
It was that. But I mean, when you're young, things take forever.
But yeah, I think so. But then when I was Spider-Man 3, I was a lot older. I was already in my 20s.
Yeah.
But I guess this is the younger it is, the younger I was, right? I guess the better this look. Yeah. Batman Forever.
I guess, plus we didn't have too many movies to compare it against.
No, you're right. I mean, we don't have enough.
Now that we see... I mean, yeah, because we didn't have, like you said, there was no Spider-Man yet.
No. What was the other one?
There was no MCU yet. I mean, there was a lot of
there was
lot of
nothing.
I mean, the only superhero movies were still up until Marvel started putting the older movies out. There was
Yeah.
nothing to compare it against. There was just Batman. You either watch Batman, and the only other superhero to compare it against was the Supermans from the '80s
From the
that
80s.
you never got again. Which we should go watch Superman and see how's that stand up now.
Oh, I think the first one's kind of boring.
I think anything from the '80s is what it was just about.
Yeah. But Star Wars is from late 70s.
'70s.
So let's just say I like the first Star Wars better than I like the first Superman.
Well, yeah, I'll go with you on that, but they're both boring.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. But then the first Batman was really good. Yeah, I guess Superman was the 80s era, and then like DC was like, Warner Bros. Was like, okay, it's the 90s, we need somebody else.
But that's still it's the only superhero show in town, so.
Yeah, you're right. It was the only superhero. Like that was DC. It was nothing Marvel. I mean, I
was in the Superman then, but that's because I couldn't watch any other superhero.
When did Blade come out? It was like mid to late 90s, right? Like 90s.
Late 90s.
Oh, okay. So that's nothing else. Okay.
But I don't think Blade came out yet.
Spawn came out around this time. I think 96, 95, 96.
It had to be.
Yeah.
It was after this.
I was in high school, so I remember that.
Oh, were you?
95, 96. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. I think it was 96, 97.
But you know what? This movie had a big cast. I forgot Nicole Kidman was in this movie.
Oh, you forgot? How did you forget Nicole Kidman?
I forgot, like, who the heck played? I remember Chase Meridian, but I can't remember.
I can't remember. I couldn't hit Chase Meridian.
Yeah.
Who sleeps naked in a movie?
Which one was the best one? I guess on Bruce's love interest, right? Or even actress wise.
Bruce's love interest.
From this point, like 3 women. Catwoman.
We're not going to go into the next movie.
No, Vicky.
But that's good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Chase because she's kind of annoying, but she's not as nuts as Catwoman.
She's not as nuts. She has an obsession, but not nuts.
I don't know. Catwoman's pretty awesome too. Though.
Well, what about Vicky Vale?
I got over the Vicky Vale thing.
Oh, you did, huh?
When we got to Catwoman, I was like, "Who's Vicky Vale?"
Because you have a lady licking your face.
Now that we're running this, I'm like, I don't know, Catwoman or Chase.
Well, it's really funny because I always remember when.
But one of them would analyze you all day long. I think I'll go with Catwoman.
Catwoman, okay. No, it's the Catwoman because it's the same thing like Bruce Wayne.
I don't know though.
Batman.
We'd have to cut that giving cats milk thing out real quick.
Yeah, that bothers me a lot too. Don't feed the cat milk.
Yeah, because it's a mess. I'm not gonna clean up.
God, like, why would you do that?
It's diarrhea, and the cat won't stop drinking it.
Yeah, because it's delicious. It doesn't like milk. It makes me messed up.
I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm gonna drink it anyway.
I would drink it anyway. This is delicious. Okay, so let's get back to the movie, right? I was going to tell you a scene I always remember with Chase. We'll get to that one.
Okay.
So in the beginning, there's a joke that I also hate.
Okay,
right off the bat. You know, they do the picking of the weapons thing. They show the arsenal and, Batman, the call, right? When the call comes up.
Well, funny thing, now that we watch this, it's not very serious now to us, right?
It's not.
But it was back. I don't remember. I never thought anything of this scene that you're talking about.
Yeah, they just show like in a way, it's kind of like the Matrix when they say like I need a lot of weapons, but then it's like dung, dung, like these churning shots, right?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like the butt thing, like they turn and do this shot.
Yeah, and they just want to show you off the gear.
Yeah, so the Batmobile comes up, and then like Alfred comes up, like
which by the way is a good looking Batmobile.
Yes, it is a really good looking Batmobile, and then Alfred comes up like, "Can I persuade you to take a sandwich, sir?" And he's like, "Oh, get drive-through." What?
Yeah, no, but it's the thing. The thing is, like you said, the Batmobile comes up and he walks up to it and he just stops and looks at the camera, and then it pans to Alfred behind him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Sir," and then you get the scene. It's like, but I think the reason is, if I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure it was this movie and not Batman and Robin. McDonald's had a tie-in where they had the Hero Burger.
I know McDonald's trying to have a tie-in with Batman Returns, but it was so dark they pulled it.
Yeah, they pulled it, but they did have it in with this one. It was this one or Batman and Robin, and I only remember it because I love hamburger. It's called the Hero Burger. All it was a Big Mac, but the problem is one was like this. You know how the Big Mac?
Oh now yes, I do remember that now.
2 Big Macs in one burger.
I remember that. Holy crap! I forgot about a long time. Yeah,
and they brought it back again for. I think they brought it back again for Batman and Robin.
It reminded me of the Burger King sandwiches.
Yes.
The chicken sandwich, because they had that big shape. I totally remember it now.
Oh, and it was. I was like, and it was at a good price too.
It was a good price for back then.
Because
It was a lot
you eat
cheaper.
one Big Mac, and it's like, that's it.
It was when Big Mac was actually big back then.
Yeah.
Almost 30 years ago.
Before it turned tiny bitty.
Before it turned tiny, they won $6
and
for
you
this.
question if this is meat or not.
the patty is so small. Yeah, that was man. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I wish they'd bring that Hero Burger back and sell it at a good price too.
I wanna look this up. I can't remember. I just went McDonald's Hero Burger, right? Let me
With the
take a
Hero
look.
Burger, yeah. And the thing is, we're pointing out this that this was supposed to actually be
this is
directed by Tim Burton too. This movie.
It was
actually supposed to have Michael Keaton in it.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton turned it down because the script was crap.
Script was crap, and Burton was.
And I believe him. I honestly could see the script being crap because all the lines in here, first just one-liners. They talk to each other in one-liners. Who talks to each other in one-liners?
Whose
the
line
whole
is it
scene
anyway?
Where they're just talking. They'll say one-liner. I'm like, oh my god,
yeah,
you're idiots.
Yeah,
this is not like a comic book at all. But to me, this whole movie, because Schumacher got into it, who supposedly is a Batman fan.
Really?
That's what.
Hold on. I was gonna point out this is where I think Warner Brothers messed everything up. So first, like, okay, you and I both. So you and I both love Batman Returns, right? It's because so Tim Burton didn't want to do a second Batman movie, so Warner Brothers gave him total control. So when they gave Tim Burton total control, right now it's Tim Burton's vision of Batman, and I think that's why we like this so much. So then Warner Brothers was like, hey, you know what? We don't like your version of Batman, so we want people to do what we want them to do. Well, and that's what Schumacher.
I don't think they said that we don't like your version. I know. I think they said, hey, a lot of the toy companies and sponsors don't like your version.
Exactly. So I'm not saying that this is what they say. I feel in my mind, I'm feeling like Warner Brothers just wants somebody to do it the way that they envision it.
Well, the way that will put more money in their.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They don't care about like this is how Batman's supposed to be. They care about the marketing.
Guess what direction it went from there? Down.
Oh my gosh, it went totally down. I'm really dragging next week.
But they almost thought that they'd never have another Batman.
Yeah, but they still.
The thing is also the thing is when they put Schumacher in there, which is funny because Tim Burton's a producer, but apparently he never showed up to any meetings.
But then they make that doctor at the end named after him, Dr. Burton.
Yeah. By the way, I want to point out that Dr. Burton is what's his name? Renee Auberjonois or something. I can't. I'm bad with names.
Yeah.
But let's put it this way: he's Odo from Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah. So this movie has a Star Trek connection.
That's cool.
Wait till we get another scene. This has an MCU connection too.
Okay.
Very important MCU connection.
Okay.
But so we're talking about. So we go to because, like I said, the comic books open with Two-Face breaking out the.
Yeah, but they took that off.
Arkham Asylum, but instead it starts with them showing the bat signal, and you got Two-Face introduces himself. He's robbing a bank. He's got his coin, which is cool because it's in the comic book. I mean, it looks kind of comic bookish. But he keeps making these noise and giggling and stuff.
Yeah, he's giggling like he's high all the time, right?
Yeah, he's too Joker. I mean, it starts off when he shows the Tommy Lee Jones side, he looks serious, and he acts serious for a little bit. I thought, oh, cool. Turns, I'm like, what?
Yeah, what happened? Why is that other personality like a goofball, like a goon? Yeah,
I don't know. Why is he like the Riddler?
Yeah, why? And then you know what really bothers me now that I'm watching this again? Why is he just like every time they show Two-Face, right? He's just obsessed about killing Batman. That was his whole thing.
Well, that's an obsession in the comic book, though.
So, but then it's really
he plays Batman for his disfigurement instead of the person, the mobster.
Yeah, he's just playing Batman, right? And I'm thinking like it's really over the edge, though. Like that part with Two-Face just wanting to kill Batman all the time. He's no
bad
patience.
Direction. I really think it's bad direction.
It has to be. It bothers me so much.
Because we know Tommy Lee Jones could act.
Yeah,
that's the thing. We already know he could act. I'm like, so who's feeding him this crap? But anyways, you see Batman swing in. Yes. So, and there's Commissioner Gordon.
Well, it's a perfect toss and swing too, like on the side. Like it just like stays in one position. Yeah,
he swings it, and it's kind of off color though. He used a lot of action pictures, by the way.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I think they a lot of action figures where they'll drop it and it'll spin, and then they redid the cape a little bit with computers.
Ooh.
But a lot of times it's an action figure swinging in. But of course he swings in there as Chase Meridian.
Yeah.
And of course she's staring him down.
Yes.
With her this big smile. It's just like, it's kind of creepy. It's even creeping Batman out.
Yes.
Because each time he talks, he tries to finish his sentence. So I'm like, dude, shut up. Shut up. I mean, I know you're obsessed. And that's the thing. She's supposed to be somebody that talks about obsession. She's like super obsessed.
She's obsessed with Batman.
I'm like,
yeah.
Mickey Val wasn't even this obsessed. Goodness gracious, no wonder Vicky Bell left. But anyways, I know. You know what she goes. She says something about bats being a rodent, and he's up at her.
Oh yeah,
bats aren't rodent. And then of course what she says, she smiles real big. Oh, I didn't know that. It's like, she doesn't have a very good introduction to the movie.
No, she doesn't. She seems like she's a psychiatrist, right? But she doesn't seem very serious.
No, not very serious.
It makes you feel like
her
that.
Character. Well, her character jumps around too in this movie because there is scenes where she's extremely serious.
Oh, when she's with Bruce, yeah. So I guess the obsession comes in when she sees Batman. So that's when.
Well, maybe it was supposed to be played that way because you got Two-Face with his two sides, you got Batman with his two sides,
and Robin's trying to figure out which side.
Yeah, Robin's trying to figure out if he has two sides.
So Alfred, the only person that has it together is the Riddler. Even though he seems kind of standoffish, right? Like,
I mean, the only person that had it together was Alfred.
Which would want to say that Alfred is not the same actor, and then they have more Commissioner Gordon this time.
Well, we got to point out this is actually supposed to be the same universe, the same continuation as Batman and Batman Returns.
Right.
This is not a different universe.
No, it's not, because it's just a different cast of actors.
It's just one. Actually, they only changed one actor really.
Who?
Batman.
Oh, really? So they didn't change Chris O'Donnell? They didn't change Jim Carrey?
They added Chris O'Donnell.
It was supposed to be Marlon Wayans.
But was he that? He wasn't in the first two movies, was he?
No, but then he was already paid for it.
But it doesn't matter. We didn't see him on screen. I'm talking about what we saw on screen.
Oh, you had to see it on screen. So
yeah,
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes, that's the only other one. We're supposed to have gotten a Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, we're supposed to have Sky City.
Yeah, we're supposed to get William. Yeah, we're supposed to get Mr. Cloud City out there, and they paid him off too.
Yeah, they paid him off. They paid Marlon Wayans off. It's really funny when you mention that, right? Even though Marlon Wayans never actually been on screen since Batman, but he got paid for it. That's the best job ever.
That's what they say. I'm only seeing that in the. I'm not seeing it in the book. All I see is in the internet, and I think the internet's full of crap.
Oh, I don't know.
I think so. I think it's full of crap. They did have to pay Lando off, though.
Yeah, because he was
in his contract. Because I mean, that's why he signed on. And I'm thinking, with what we saw, why didn't they let him go ahead and play the character? He probably could have did a better job.
Even if they acted the same, right? We couldn't even tell them apart. Like.
I don't know.
Would you be able to imagine like Lando? We keep still calling him Lando.
All right. Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams. If he acted the same way, it would have been the same person, right? Like it doesn't matter.
Actually, I'm thinking him getting paid. Actually, they did him a favor, probably.
Yeah.
Because the problem is he got a different He would have got a different director. Everything was going a different direction.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They want to say it was supposed to be the same universe, but the director took it a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Plus, you notice why everything had different colors. You notice all the scenes are all blue, because the production kind of thought, well, when I read a comic book, there's whole panels all in this color, panels all in this color. I'm like, lady, what comic book are you reading?
the adaptation that I have right here, which they modeled after this movie.
And look at that, it's not all different colors.
No, it's not. It's just.
It's regular. It looks like
regular. It's like one theme. Yeah, exactly.
To me, this movie actually was like the Adam West Batman taken to the extremes.
Oh, I would say that about Batman and Robin. Okay, but this is the way.
No, this one too. Because all the colors and the way the buildings are, with all the different color lights in the buildings, they're like to be a floor where nobody's got red lights, everybody's got blue lights. I'm like, who's living in these buildings? Almost everything in the way. I mean. It's just the scenes because you'll see light, the way light shines and stuff. Because in the Adam West dog, when he goes into certain places, there's like certain colors. They'll have a room that's all black, and then everything in the room is painted a neon color.
Oh, you know what? It's kind of like the bank vault in the beginning. Like the bank vault inside is red. Why is that?
because it looks just because it's to them they said that's what a comic book looks like.
Well, because like, why is the bank open at night?
The
When?
bank wasn't open at night. It probably just had guards.
Oh, okay.
You want guards all night? I mean, if you got a lot of money.
Yeah, but then why are all the lights off?
The lights were off because the guards walking around in the dark.
Oh, that's dumb. I mean,
What's
like
dumb about it? Why would you would have all the lights off in a closed bank, and just a
because you
little
have
bit of
guards
night
in
lights
there.
for
That's
the
why.
guards to walk around.
Okay, I guess I can accept that. I can't. I guess I can.
You better accept it. But we're in Batman's universe.
Yeah, we're in Batman. Everything's dark. Okay, they trying to.
We already see. I mean, if
stay the
this is
same.
the only thing you're gonna question, you got some issues, okay? Because
There's a lot of stuff I like to question.
things. First of all, you should be questioning the existence of Batman.
Gosh.
But hey, Batman shows up to save this guy after we see that Two-Face flips a coin and decides he's not going to kill him, but he's going to kill him with Batman.
Yep, and it's very comedic how he put the safe back. Like, come on, you know that swing thing that it goes
scene,
right back
the
in.
Scene is, Batman goes in to save that guy, and it turns out the safe he gets in the safe. It's a trap, and all he's going to do is fill it with
that remind me of
acid.
Star Wars.
Yeah, fill it with the acid. And then he flies the safe on the bottom of a helicopter through Gotham City, slamming and stuff. And which one scene I don't like is when they do the Statue of Liberty with the Gotham written on her head. I'm like, y'all know this is Gotham City, not New York City. New York City does exist in the universe.
Yeah.
You know.
I did not know.
No, it does. I hate to tell you, there is Gotham City is just another city.
That's not New York City, yeah.
Like Metropolis. Metropolis is not Los Angeles, FYI.
Hey, you know.
Hey, I'm telling this for any filmmakers out there that is going to grow up and make one of these Batman or Superman films. They're separate cities. Quit using other cities as these cities.
It's cheaper.
I mean, it's getting annoying. Okay, duh. Read a comic book.
It's cheaper.
But of course, he crashes through the deal. Of course, Two-Face shoots his own driver.
Yes. Oh, the guy who's flying the helicopter. Yeah.
He's got henchmen, which
henchmen.
is actually comic bookish.
Yes.
Even though I don't think in new comic books most villains don't have henchmen anymore.
No.
But they did way back. I mean, they did in the comic books, and I know that in the Adam West comic books, always henchmen. Every villain has henchmen.
Yes.
Even Catwoman has henchmen. They all dress like little cats.
I like that process, like the henchman, like, hey, where did you get your job? I guess just work with me a little bit. We fight for whoever this villain is. Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Well, if it was in the MCU, you could just call it the Taskmaster, and he gets your henchman.
Like Hydra.
Yeah, well, Hydra needs henchmen. I mean, this guy can hook you up.
That's funny.
She can hook you up now.
Henchman.
But hey. So basically, Batman gets away. He shoots his little deals. He's like you said, he swings that safe right back in the building like it was. I'm like, hey, Batman's a mathematician, okay?
From that scene, right? I don't know how they did it, but like one of the scenes is just that reverse film technology. You know, that not technology, but that trick.
Yeah. They're like, we already have the footage. We'll just.
And I'm like, where the heck does he get so much acid? Like, oh, so you're gonna put the swing the safe back with all that acid in there?
Well, maybe he didn't completely destroy Axis chemical plant. Who knows?
Oh, okay. So that's excess acid.
Yeah, it's acid. I mean, Gotham City's got acid everywhere. Everybody's got acid.
And you know what's really funny about?
We've seen acid in all three movies too.
You know what's really funny about that bank vault when that God and that Batman is in there? I like how that God immediately knows, like, it's boiling acid. Like, how does he know that?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It's just still it's boiling acid. Like, what? How do you know? Like, I wouldn't even know.
It's just acid, dude.
I'm thinking, like, where do you get the boiling acid anyway? Just Two-Face probably have a plan to boil it, right?
Axis chemicals.
So it's already boiling.
Acid doesn't boil. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Okay.
Okay. It's
acid when it's eating stuff up, it looks like it's boiling. It's
because
not boiling.
It's got bubbles and stuff.
Yeah, because acid bubbles when it's eating up stuff.
Oh, it's boiling acid. Ah!
Haven't you had any contact with acid before?
No, I have not.
Oh,
like I guess household chemicals, but not like that.
Yeah, well, you need to get out and play with some acid.
Soda and alcohol.
Okay, let's move on because I don't know. You're just talking nonsense now.
Well, we go to Edward Nygma working at Wayne Enterprises, right? Or Wayne,
yes. Yeah. Well,
how did you like that
connection?
That
awesome building.
Yeah, they showed that awesome building.
Wayne Electrical.
Wayne Electrical. That's right.
Yeah, because I mean he owns Wayne Enterprises. It's probably just a subsidiary. And of course they're walking through there.
Right. Oh well, now the Riddler is always named Edward Nygma, right? Or
No,
Edward E. Nygma, or no? Okay.
as far as I know, he wasn't. I can't remember what his real name is at the comic
Oh,
books.
okay.
I think they just gave him that name if he ever had one.
Oh, okay.
Or was it?
Didn't they do that for the
I
Gotham
think you're
series?
right. I think it may become Edward Nygma.
I heard E.
Well,
Nygma
I forgot.
before.
I should have grabbed one of my other books. It tells you all the names from all the comic book characters.
Yeah, Riddler. I mean, like, that's probably, like, he's kind of like Dick Grayson. There's more than one Robin.
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, there's only one Riddler.
Yeah, it's only one Riddler. Okay.
I think it was Nygma. Or either that or they took it later.
Because they
on.
did that in the Gotham series. His name is Edward Nygma.
Yeah, I think it's stuck. And it may have always been. And we're going to go with it's always been.
How did you like...
Even though I thought I read something, his name was something else.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm asking you.
But yeah, but anyways, he's an inventor in this one.
Inventor, and he has to hype himself up before just looking at Bruce Wayne.
Yes. And he's got a weird obsession with Bruce Wayne. We freaked that out.
He does. I think it's because like of how smart he is.
And rich he is.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a smart thing first.
He could be smart, but like we said, even when Alfred is out, people don't think Bruce Wayne's all that smart.
Really?
Remember, there's a scene where they're solving puzzles, and Bruce Wayne solves them all. And he goes, and Alfred says, "Oh, you are smart." It's aside of what people think.
Yes.
Because most people don't think they just think he's rich.
He's just rich, yeah.
Yeah, he is the Tony Stark of the DC world.
Yeah, he is. It's almost the same.
It's similar.
Almost.
Cool.
Or similar is almost the same.
Tony Stark's not nuts.
Well, he is a little bit in the MCU version.
Oh, he's crazy. He does some crazy things, but he's not like. He doesn't need a psychiatrist.
No, he doesn't have that dual personality. It's still Tony inside the armor. But when Batman is inside his armor, it's not Bruce Wayne anymore.
Yeah, it's Bruce Wayne. I mean, Batman's Batman always, 24/7.
Yeah.
Even when he doesn't have the cowl.
Yeah, Batman's psychotic.
Yeah, Batman's. I mean, he has good reason.
You know what? It brings out that comic book, The Killing Joke. That's the whole point of the Joker, right? It's like we're exactly the same, except that we're in here and you are out there. I love that. I love The Killing Joke.
Then that's why you like the first movie, then.
Yeah.
The Killing Joke.
Yeah, The Killing Joke.
The gas, Smiley's gas.
Yep.
Cool. Well, anyways, we see Bruce Wayne walking through the place, and he's got a bunch of people, his entourage, his assistants. I'm going to point out one of the assistants is a famous person.
No, what?
Yes. You can barely see him. You almost don't see him at all. It's Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau was with...
Jon Favreau is in this movie. He's one of the assistants.
No.
Yes, the man who's going to direct Iron Man, make the MCU become Happy Hogan, and bring the Mandalorian to the film, is standing behind Bruce Wayne.
I did not notice that. Oh, that was when Jon Favreau was skinny, right? Oh, I see him.
We're not hating on Jon Favreau. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's the same scene when Jim Carrey walks up to Bruce Wayne. He's right there.
Yep.
I see him now.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So.
That's the connection you were talking about.
That's the connection I'm talking about. Isn't it awesome? I didn't even know he's in there until the last. I was watching him
now I wonder because of the scene, right? They do that purposely, that he's walking behind Tony all the time to mirror this.
I don't know.
I would if I was in the movie business.
Hey, maybe he's bodyguard in this one.
Holy crap, that's funny. Maybe that's what they did.
He's the bodyguard. Happy Hogan. It's like, I gotta go find another millionaire to work for.
This was easy. He's right behind Iceman.
Right behind Iceman.
What? I can't make a Top Gun reference.
I know a lot of.
It's better than Batman. Who invited this guy? Get him out of my party.
Get him out. Well, that's Edward Nygma has some crazy friends.
They probably just use the same extras. Like, hey man, can you be in this scene behind that Nicole Kidman?
But of course, the plot of the movie pretty much revealed right here. Edward Nygma, he's got a machine who can introduce images into your head, which he's not telling everything. So he can manipulate your brain to see whatever you want to see.
Yes.
Of course, Bruce Wayne takes his glasses off, cleans them while he's telling talk to. By the way, I want to point out that Bruce Wayne has a mole right here.
He does.
There's a reason I pointed it out.
Yes, I know.
But anyways, he cleans his glasses and acts like he's very uninterested and doesn't really understand what he's talking about. Even though of course, it brings up issues. I mean, if you can do that, what says you can't take images or take information out of somebody else's head?
Yep.
Or introduce, because I mean, if you're introducing something in there, you can do mind.
You know what? This idea back then is already kind of intelligence, because I don't know if we can even do that today.
Not yet.
They kind of do that in Captain Marvel a little bit, right? Like they took images out. That's what's already there.
Yeah, I mean, manipulate. I mean, I'm sure it's around the corner.
Oh, that's interesting. Just like time travel.
Well, I mean, the only reason I say that because Elon Musk has like a company that's trying to put a chip in people's heads and make you do things and pull up information quick. But I'm like, if you put anything in there that can do that, then why can't you control that person?
So let me say that you said Elon Musk thinking of putting a chip right in people's heads.
Well, he's not thinking about it. They already doing it.
So it's basically it's kind of like instead of having your phone outside of your head, you're just basically inside.
Yep, it's inside your head.
Okay, and people have
anything you can do to a cell phone, you're going to be able to do to a human
now. Oh, okay.
So hey, guess what? I can be able to hack your head and anything I want out of it.
So it's kind of like people doing that now without there's nothing in your head.
Yeah, but would you like the people to get stuff out of your head? I mean, nobody can get anything out of your head now.
Everything is in my head, right? Is in a computer somewhere. So it's the same basic principle.
Okay, well,
and people are arguing differently. But this sounds very political.
Because let me put it this way: nothing that's in my head is in my computer.
Let me think. Oh, that's a good point. A lot of stuff in my head is not in my computer either.
Exactly.
Well, it depends on. I think it depends on what we define it as. Are you talking about like bank informations, passwords, and stuff? But if you talk about fantasy, right? None of that stuff is on my computer.
A lot more than that. There's probably a lot of things that's valuable that they can steal from your head that's not on the machine. You just don't know it because you don't know what a crook wants.
Okay. I don't know.
You don't know what he wants from you.
No, nobody wants to know that stuff. We're like, oh my God, I thought Lamb was weird. But with getting this kind of information, we should not hang out with this person.
Yeah, but we should keep watching what he's got. Hey, let's record this because we can blackmail this guy.
So that brings up the point of this whole machine that the Riddler is making.
Yeah, basically he can use it to read your mind and control you.
He can mind control you, and the side effects is that it makes that person smarter.
Yeah, well, he gets to take all of the knowledge out, and he absorbs all the knowledge he gets from your brain. Wow. That's kind of shown a little bit later in the
it shows it when he tests it.
The whole thing is all mind control. It's just simple. Mind control is what
he figured out. Mind control, got it.
Of course, he wants to partner with Bruce, and Bruce is like, "Hey, I'll tell you what. You talk to my secretary will set something up." Of course, he's like, "Hey, that's not good for me." Yeah, he's like, "Hey, you gotta have an answer now." So no.
You know what? I really like the way that Jim Carrey, not that Jim Carrey is a bad actor anyway. I mean, this is his fourth major role. I mean, he had a lot of movies, but 94 was his biggest year with Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and Ace Ventura. And then he came from all that, right, into this movie. Yeah. To Batman Forever.
Yeah, I mean, it was that long. I mean, he just got off Ace Ventura. So.
Yeah. You know, so we are like, well, I want to say it's a fun fact, right? Me and my sister actually walked from our house to the movie theater just to watch Ace Ventura.
Well, yeah, because that movie, I remember where the movie theater was. It's right next to your house.
Yeah, it's just one light and then I can walk to it. Yeah.
You bet they closed that down because I could have walked.
Well, it's a church now.
Yeah, so now.
Yeah.
Hey, go see a show.
Yep. It's a different show now. Wow. So, I mean, it's great for Jim Carrey, though. I thought he did a great job.
He did a good job. But I think he did go over... There's some stuff they could have cut, or there's some parts where he didn't have to go...
Now that you point that out, I think it's just the direction. Because everybody's outrageous.
Well, it's like, to me, it's just like Schumacher sat down, he's just like, hey, y'all do what you want, we'll film it. How about that?
But you know what? Like, I think Jim Carrey is the only one that does some kind of training with the staff. The twirling and stuff.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
broke a lot of crap and broke a bunch of canes.
Yeah,
So.
because it's like, dude, that thing is like
Hey,
15 pounds or 12
but
pounds or something.
it did look cool.
It did
With
look
the
cool.
cane. It did look cool with the cane. I mean,
Yeah.
he had a lot of the Riddler stuff down. It's just some of the stuff like the faces he did. He like hits people or something. I'm like, okay, I don't really need this.
Because he's a weak guy, yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
He's not as tough
whatever.
as Two-Face.
It's not as tough as Two-Face. He's not a murderer like Two-Face.
Yeah.
Which is funny because in Gotham, Riddler's a murderer.
Two-Face a murderer?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
like the
knew that
direction
from
they
the
took it.
beginning scene where he shot his own pilot from the helicopter.
I mean, yeah, Two-Face.
Yeah.
I was talking about the Riddler.
Wait, the
in
Riddler's a
Gotham.
murderer?
Yeah, in the TV series, he's more of a psychopath murderer
Oh.
type guy. No, I don't really like his character as much.
Hey, I read that somewhere
Even
that
though he does look
the
like
Riddler, like they show in this movie, he know who Bruce Batman is. Is that true in the comic book?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only villain to ever figure out who Batman. Well, Bane eventually figures out. Everybody does. I think it was Hugo Strange knew who he was.
Oh, Hugo Strange is the villain in the second Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, he also shows up in a Gotham TV series.
Really?
It's pretty awesome. I mean, you can just see this guy, the guy that plays him. Just see when you see him show up on screen on Gotham, you already know he's Hugo Strange.
Really? Whoa.
Yes. I mean, you just see this guy and he's like Hugo Strange. You already know it.
Wow.
So that guy just like personifies Hugo Strange. Just
So let me take this off a little off topic, right? With this,
Okay.
like, Batman and all these villains like Joker, Penguin, like they're about in the same age range. But when I watch Gotham, right, I only watched one season, it feels a little weird to me. So because it feels like Bruce is just a young kid, and all these villains are already in place.
yeah. I had the same problem with the show.
Okay, so that was my problem too.
You know what the problem was? I think when they envisioned Gotham, it was supposed to not be a Batman story. It's supposed to be it's called Gotham. It's supposed to be about the police department fighting crooks.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they thought, well, people are going to get bored, so let's add some villains. And then they're like, hey, well, we got the villains added. Hey, let's add Batman as a young age now. And then from then on, it just kind of became a Batman show instead of.
It did bother me. Like Bruce Wayne is so much younger, and then like these people are already here.
It's like the thing is, the first season is really good because it starts off as a crime thriller for the police, but after they start showing all these other villains, you're like, what? I mean, I can understand the Penguin coming along because it would have showed him, but Riddler already being there.
Yeah, he works for the police department too.
Yeah, the Penguin should have been older.
He should have been older.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be a con boss by the time.
Oh, but Batman is there. Okay, so the Penguin one is fine.
Yeah, because the Penguin's showing his rise to a crime boss.
Yes.
But the rest of the people, I'm like, why are they already somebody?
So Catwoman's there too. I remember that. Selena.
Yeah. She's already starting off too, but she's Batman's age, which she should be. But she doesn't come around until Batman.
Yeah, later, right? Like in his 30s or something.
She probably was. No, she probably was stealing stuff all the time. She was supposed to be a rich kid though.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Pretty sure
Selena's a rich kid.
Pretty sure. I could be wrong. I could have swore that she was a. Yeah, she is. And they may have changed it, but in the old comics, I remember she was a socialite kid.
Yeah.
Or she was herself was a rich socialite.
Oh yeah, in adult years, stuff. Yeah.
So
okay, so let's bring it back to Forever.
Yeah, which has got a strange title now that you think about it.
Oh
Batman Forever. Batman Forever, come on.
Well, would you have Batman Forever or Batman Continues if this was Tim Burton? Yeah.
I don't know. Now
what is it?
That, yeah.
Batman Continues? Batman Forever.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't even understand why this is called Batman Forever, and maybe you could shed some light on that.
Okay, cool.
Is it because Batman Forever? Because that's what happened at the end of the movie. He chose that he could live both lives at the end of the movie, and that's why Batman will go on forever. I just thought of that.
You almost did. Hey, can I ask you what video game you got playing in the background?
Is the Batman arcade game still?
Oh, okay. Because there was an arcade console game, right? For Forever.
It was on Super Nintendo, I think. I don't know if it's ever on arcade.
So I don't know that much about it.
I played the Batman Forever on Super Nintendo. That game sucks, man. Don't play it.
Okay, we'll just go back to the movie now that we know that it sucks. That was my main question. I'm not going to look for it.
Yeah, don't look for it. Okay, this one is fun.
I'm sure it is because you got an arcade in your house.
Yes.
You can't beat that. Who doesn't want
A
one?
lot of people do. This is an awesome one.
The only way to top that is if you had like the initial D arcade game, that the one where it moves.
Oh,
But man, you'd have to put that in your garage where your cars.
yeah. Like, totally worth it.
Never leave your house.
Totally worth
So
it.
what's the minivan for? The minivan's to go get my food. The other games for the adventures I take that I don't actually leave the house.
Yes.
So okay, so where were we at in Batman?
Well, you know, he told him no. Bruce Wayne told Edward Nygma no.
Yeah, he told him no, and of course
And it looks like
sees
his
the bat sign. The
he
bat
saw the best
symbol
sign.
shows up.
And it looks
He's
like that older guy told Edward that he's fired.
Yeah, well, he'll eventually tell him he's fired.
Yeah.
He didn't tell him he's fired. He's mainly mad at him for going.
Oh
to
yeah,
talk
but
to
you talked to Bruce Wayne.
because he's like, this psycho needs to stay in the corner and shut up. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of him. And of course, Batman goes in his office, and that's where the bat sled. You know, the chair falls down. He goes off sliding all the way through the jail.
And it was going like over 200 miles an hour.
Yep, 200 miles an hour. Get back to his bat home.
Oh wait, before we get to that, we have to bring up that that line. The Bruce Wayne says to Edward, "It just raises too many questions."
Yep, yes. It raises too many questions.
Because the plot, you said that the plot is thickens here, I guess.
Yeah.
And then okay, so he goes to that egg
Well, it
pie.
kind of upsets. It upsets.
It
Edward.
upsets him, yeah. Too many
And of course,
questions.
everything's going to upset Edward. He's nuts.
Yeah.
What
It's
did
not
they say?
crazy
He's a
people in this movie.
wacko.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is that a technical term?
Well, anyway, he takes this and he jumps in his. He goes and jumps in his Batmobile. Sees, hey, yo, what up, Al? Jumps, drives away, and he shows up at the top of. I guess it's going to be police headquarters.
Is that the
with the
police
big old-
headquarters?
Well,
Isn't it?
normally in the comic books and stuff, the lights on top of police headquarters. So that's the main headquarters. So he goes up there and they're Chase in her little black dress, waiting for Batman.
Like,
Right.
how does she know that was already up there? Well, it's probably easy to
She
figure
already
out.
knows because she already saw the bat signal being used to
Yeah,
first movie.
it's probably easy
Plus,
to
she
figure
works
out.
inside. She works inside the police headquarters now.
Oh yeah, apparently yes.
Remember, because she moved from wherever she was from,
Just to study Batman. It feels like
Metropolis or Key City. Maybe she came from Key City.
yeah.
That's a
Batman is
flash.
very fascinating. It drives people into
Oh,
Gotham
Central City. Yeah, I can't remember what all the cities were.
Okay.
Everything's something city in the DCU or DC universe.
Yeah, Chase calls Batman it's like
Yeah,
a
and here's
dating
the problem.
service.
This whole scene bothers me a little bit,
Oh,
only because it's nothing but one-liners.
this is the one with a lot of
Yeah,
one-liners.
because he jumps on the roof. He goes, "The bat signal's not a beaver," and then she'll say something. It's just a one line. And his one, of course, he has that one. She says something, and he goes, "Oh, why don't you bring your scarves? Psyche, and we can do something." He's like, "I don't fit in at picnics or so. I don't fit in at family."
Yes.
It's nothing but just stupid one lines shooting off each other. I'm like, goodness gracious. Are you adults or I mean, who wrote the script? Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone? 'Cause somebody lost a job in the 80s and they showed back up in the 90s to write this script. That's all I got to say. This is probably what Keaton probably read this script, that scene. He probably only read that scene and he quit, right?
It's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, he's like,
This is page 32.
yeah.
I have
like,
another 100 something to go. I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm done. I'm about to read the ending.
We forgot to point out this one is also a little bit over 2 hours.
This is over. Just a little. It's not that much over 2 hours.
It's like 2 minutes over, I think, like 100.
What do they get longer as they get older? Or?
I don't know
think?
because there's so many people in this movie.
Oh, they should have got shorter.
Yeah.
Because the next one we're gonna need it.
So much.
Hell, the next one's gonna be fun. It's not that bad. You gotta learn to laugh at it because that's the only way you're gonna get through it.
You're right. I have to learn.
This
to
one
laugh
you
at.
almost had to laugh at.
I could,
too, but-
I could probably watch the next one with my kids. It'll make it more fun and entertaining because if I
No,
see them
'cause
enjoy
it
it.
might make your kids hate Batman. Don't do it.
Well, I was
I
gonna
do.
bring that up actually. I probably cannot show them Batman Returns, right? But I can show them Batman Forever
Why couldn't you show them Batman Returns?
because all the like I wouldn't want them to see a penguin biting that dude on the nose, like
I would.
like green blood,
Come on.
blowing
Don't
up the
put your nose
clown,
in other people's face.
setting a clown on fire. Dude, there's a lot of messed up stuff in Batman
Okay,
Forever.
well,
I mean,
I guess I can't see it because I'm not a parent.
if Batman Returns, kids, you know it's
To
really
me-
funny. You said that, right? I watched it. I'm fine.
I know. The thing is, I sit there watching. To me, it's like I know it's not rated PG, but to me, it's very PG compared to
Is it
anything
rated
else.
PG?
No, it's I think it's PG-13.
PG-13, yeah.
But I'm thinking, to me, it's rated very PG. I mean,
Oh, to
compared
me
to
right now, yeah, it does make
compared to
sense.
the stuff we saw in the MCU.
Yeah, this is very PG.
I mean, I guess it could give him nightmares. Penguin would be kind of scary.
Yeah, the Penguin is even
I don't know.
scarier than the Joker character.
Let me put it this way: did they watch the Goonies?
So what?
Have they watched the Goonies yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. If the Goonies gives them nightmares, then this would give them nightmares.
Oh, okay. Heather won't let me watch these old 80s movies because I think it's the pacing is different from back then, you know?
Pacing's because we ran at a different speed in the 80s.
It was because, like, I watched this, right? Then I watched Batman versus Superman. Dude, it feels like it's the storyline is all over the place. I have to remember this scene. Like, Batman Forever, one scene takes you to the
It's
other.
almost, to me, it's like in each decade, movies follow a pattern.
A different pattern.
Yeah, they almost got this, like, a pattern that they're set in. And everything's written into this, to fit into this.
Yes.
Because, it seemed like there was like half a decade where movies were almost 3 hours for the longest time. And then they went back down to 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there was just like things getting away or everything happens, or it's like superheroes got a pattern right now. The superheroes always fight each other, and then they fight the villain.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's exactly what happened in Batman vs. Superman, yeah.
Every MCU movie.
Well, see, I thought about that. Let's say I'm a good person, right? It just makes me think like, well, I can't just trust everybody because I'm not naive. I don't know what your agenda is. Well, I know what my agenda is, but we might not line up.
And fight? Okay, so you're going to show up and, hey, this is Captain America. I want to fight him first to see if he's really a good guy.
Well, I don't know that. Okay, I'm talking about people who don't know each other. They have a really good scene in Infinity War. When the Guardians of the Galaxy met with Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Spider-Man, they didn't know. One. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Perfect sense.
That was the perfect one because they don't know what's going on.
But I'm just saying, after a while, it's going to get tiring if you just every movie, two superheroes fight each other.
I guess you're right.
Even get Batman fighting Superman, and I thought that was a pretty good fight.
That was a good fight. That was
Batman. Because to Batman, Superman is trouble.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of people to him, and of course, Superman's an alien.
And then they're the same race. That's why I don't trust him either. Yeah. Like, they're all Kryptonian. So in my mind, like, all Kryptonians are bad, except for this one.
Yeah, and that's
and Bruce Wayne make that thing like, hey, we live in Gotham for so long. How many times have we seen the good apple turns bad?
Yeah. That's even Christian Bale's Batman says that.
Yeah, see?
So, yeah.
Yeah, in the first one, Batman Begins, I knew. Katie Holmes
said that. After we get through the dark chapter of Batman and Robin, Batman actually gets really good.
In this one, Batman was good. I mean, Robin was good.
Batman was okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have nothing else to compare to, Shane.
To me, I think he was good. I don't know. This was the downfall of Batman. This is
how many Robins has been out there like in cinematic that I seen, like not like anime stuff, right?
Just two. So just two.
Just this one and Batman and Robin, and like Nolan never had it, and then right now Justice League never had a Robin. So far we haven't really seen a Robin done right.
Yeah, but I still think the Robin. Okay, we can go on. We haven't got to this Robin. I like this Robin, by the way.
Okay.
I like this Robin, but where were we again?
Well, you talk about you don't like the one-liners of the rooftop scene,
and then we get past the one-liners because the one-liners stop as soon as the commissioner shows up, and he's like, "Of course, you know what the commissioner's thinking? Why did I bring this woman here?" But the next scene is daylight, and it's Bruce Wayne going to visit Chase at the.
No, not yet. They go back. It's still the same night. They go back to Edward Nygma working late.
Oh wait, but I want to put this out. There was a cool thing I like because when he jumps off the roof after meeting Chase.
Oh, he
goes through that deal and right in the car seat. And car seat's like women.
Yes, a woman. That's the scene that looks like Michael Keaton.
Yes, it does. It is.
That's the one that looks like Michael Keaton.
Looks just like Michael Keaton.
Like even though it's under the mask, right? I could envision Michael Keaton doing the same thing, woman.
Yep. To me, it's Michael Keaton pretty much.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, Iceman was Michael Keaton.
You notice that he's not as tall either.
Michael Keaton is not as tall.
Yeah, no, Michael Keaton we know is not that tall.
Oh no, right? Michael Keaton's not that tall, but
Val Kilmer seems like he's not that tall either because we see him when he's walking around in his business suit at that deal. A lot of the people were taller than him.
Yeah, a lot of taller.
And I wonder if they did that on purpose or if he's not really that tall.
I don't think Val Kilmer is that tall. Because he's standing next to Tom Cruise in Top Gun, right? And they're about the same height.
Oh,
Tom
really?
Cruise is like 5'8",
I know,
right?
I already know Nicole Kidman's really tall, so.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman is really tall.
Okay. So, Of course, we go back to the
OT scene with
working
Edward
league,
Nigma. Yeah.
And of course, that
That guy is
shows
there
up.
too. What is that guy's name?
Oh, the boss?
Or his boss, his supervisor, I guess.
I don't know. His name is the boss.
Yeah, the boss.
But anyways, the boss shows up, and the boss is supposed to be there. He's probably locking up everything.
Okay.
You know, the boss is supposed to actually really work later than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never understand why a boss would leave and leave their employees there. Nothing's going to get done. I mean, you're supposed to go home at the same time, or the boss stays later. But anyway, the boss sees him over there playing around. Well, he's actually playing with his machine. And of course, the boss is like all angry. He says, "You're fired."
Yes, that's when he got fired.
Shouldn't have done that. And of course, he hits him with that teapot, which this is another one.
There's another one-liner.
I know, caffeine will kill you. I was like, that could have been cut. Didn't need that scene.
It's Jim Carrey shining right there. That's what
this one was too much Jim Carrey, because of course he puts him in the chair, and then we get to see how this machine works.
Yes, and then that's when we find the side effect.
Yeah, we also see Jim Carrey doing his little show. So,
yep,
he's almost in the movie by himself.
Yeah, he is. It's really a Jim Carrey show.
Well, I like it because, of course, the guy goes, when he ties that guy up, and he reads his mind and can get information out of this guy's head.
Yep.
That's the main thing. Of course, I like the scene where that guy goes, I like it. It's really cool because, you see the face of the supervisor, and he goes, "You're fired." And, of course, Jim Carrey's face shows up. He goes,
"I don't think so." Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the way he does it. It's like, yeah, you should have said that, man. And he shoots him right out that window off into the wall.
Oh, with the chair, right? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well,
I like it how it perfectly
it
lines up there when he hangs there over the edge.
I mean, most people couldn't even kick an empty chair out there.
Was it Ted or Bob? He calls his name here. Bob or Ted. Baby.
But I'm thinking but I think he's called himself just using the name. He goes, "No, you're fired." He goes, "Actually, you're terminated."
You're terminated, yes.
And then he kills it. And of course, the police.
Oh, there you go. He kills somebody.
Yep. He killed someone. Oh, he was going to kill a lot of people. But I mean, he doesn't kill it like he does in Gotham.
Oh, I didn't know that he started killing.
He's like serial killer level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a pretty bad guy. He cuts people all up in little pieces.
Oh, man, now I missed that part of the show, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was cutting all those people and he's burying them in shallow graves out in the middle of nowhere.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he killed his girlfriend that he ended up with.
Dang, what kind of show is this?
Those type of guys get girlfriend. Oh, yeah, that's what I was watching. I was like, where did the Riddler go wrong? He used to be such a fun guy.
Okay. All right, so the Riddler kills that boss guy, right? And then it carries you that scene that I don't understand how come he can manipulate his handwriting, because he points that out to the cop.
Well, did you see? Yeah, but did you see? Yeah, well, I want to point this out. This is kind of suspicious. Where they're investigating. Of course, he holds out that paper and he goes, "If you'll look at this, this is his suicide note. The sentence structure and handwriting is correctly like his. But when you open the note, it just says goodbye, cruel world."
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he really anybody can tell. And I mean, anybody by listening to what he said already knows this is bull.
Yes.
But of course, Commissioner Gordon's standing there. They watch the film, and you can tell it's Jim Carrey running towards it. He yells, "Goodbye, cruel world," and jumps out the window. It's edited. Of course, Commissioner Gordon's looking, "Yep, that's suicide." They don't even look at anything. They look at the note real quick. The note didn't even say anything.
Well, if you think about it, that's how police work back in the 20s, right? And he's been around since the 20s, so, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
This is where, hey, you want to develop the Commissioner Gordon character? No.
He's already here.
I know. You know what they're thinking? He's already been in 3 movies. Nobody's said it. Yeah,
he got nothing else to do. It's not an important character.
He's a big character in the comic.
Yeah.
He's an important character in the comic.
He's like a back burner character in these movies.
But yeah, here he's just like, he's set dressing.
He is. It doesn't even really matter if he's there or not.
Well, it's pretty much like Alfred too. They really don't ever give Alfred a lot.
No.
He just kind of shows up to say that stupid line or something, and act like he cares a little bit.
And you know what Alfred didn't do in this movie? He didn't care about Bruce's love life as much as in the
Not
Tim
that
Burton
much.
ones.
And I'm thinking that's okay, because I'm like, he's already thinking, hey, we went through 2 movies. First girl was awesome. Second girl was psycho. Let's just Let's just quit.
This one is wacko too.
He's probably thinking, well, she's rich, she's smart, but this guy's going to mess it up.
You know what did bother me in this movie that didn't show? Catwoman.
They wanted to. The funny thing is, I think they wanted to, and it's internet speculation. They were supposed to have the Riddler, Two-Face, and Catwoman.
Oh.
They wanted a whole bunch of characters.
Dude, there's like a whole bunch of characters.
But to me, this movie, and I kind of hate this because the last movie did it. Too many villains. And it's been that way almost every Batman movie. They just got too many villains, too many characters.
But if you think about it, this was back then, like we pointed out before. We don't have another option.
I would have liked them to cut in Nolan's Batman to cut some of the villains a little bit.
Not unless it works well together. I mean, like, you know, the Two-Face and Nolan's Batman.
Like in Nolan's, I would have liked more Two-Face in Nolan's.
Yeah, I would too. It feels like there's only the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I think I would have liked to see a lot of those villains just focus on him. So, because I mean, Two-Face is one of my favorite villains.
Yeah, I know.
Even though this one almost ruined it for me.
This one almost did ruin it. Like Aaron Eckhart was really good, but I didn't get to see enough.
I mean, yeah, you're right. We didn't get enough Two-Face to really do a lot of damage, but it's just, you know, that the actor was capable of giving us a better Two-Face.
Oh yeah, it was.
That's the problem.
Just in that scene when Aaron Eckhart was Two-Face, it was already badass enough.
That's the thing, and that's the thing. I know that Tommy Lee Jones could have gave us a better Two-Face by just acting like he did in The Firm or something like that, and we didn't get that.
Not how like this is I would consider this Tommy Lee Jones' first comedic role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's laughable.
Right? It's very laughable, and then there's nothing else. There's nothing else that he did in his whole career that mirrors this.
Other than the murderous part, could have been easily put back in Adam West's Batman shown on TV.
Yeah, it could be anybody.
Yeah, it could have been on his TV show, but
you know what? I really like the Arkham Knight's Two-Face better than any of these versions. The Arkham Asylum series.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think he stood that much to me.
Yeah, but you know, it's just even not that much, right? But it's still better.
But the end of Arkham Asylum game, the Arkham Asylum game, the Joker was the crappy one.
Yes.
What was that?
That was Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. He got big muscles and his head good.
Oh so, yeah.
I hope I didn't ruin the game for anybody.
I played it. Hey, if you haven't played this by now, that game came out a long time ago.
That game came out a long time ago. If you couldn't make it to the end, you really just didn't want to win.
Oh yeah, no, that game it's not easy, but I enjoyed Arkham Asylum. It wasn't
easy, but you could have put it on easy and played through the game, and then put it on hard.
Yeah,
that's usually the best way to play a game. Is put it on easy if you got a good story. Put it on easy and just play it like a movie, and then do it hard. Man, that would ruin BioShock if you just played it on hard. You won't ever get anything. You'd be like, this game sucks.
All right,
hey, we see the first story.
Let's get back to the movie.
Okay.
So
we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and just jump to the scene where Bruce Wayne shows up, police headquarters, and he hears. It seems like somebody's fighting. We're just gonna go see Chase.
Oh, okay.
You hear that fighting?
Oh yeah.
Of course, so he kicks the door open as Bruce Wayne, knocks the whole door off the deal. Of course,
it's a big door too.
Yeah, she looks at him like, hey, "Who are you?" And of course, there's another one line. He goes, "I'm Bruce Wayne." She goes, "Good, because you can afford to buy me a door."
It's a lot of one. I never noticed that, man.
Oh, there's so much in here, and some of them are good, but the majority of them. I mean, the problem is that one-liner is good, but it's not good when you follow it with a conversation of one-liners. You know?
Yeah.
Which basically the whole script was nothing but one-liners because it's almost one line against each other. I'm like, come on, have a conversation, okay?
Huh.
Or at least just act, because it's what we came here to see.
You know what? For all these problems, like with the one-liners and the actors not liking each other, this actually turned out a really good, successful film.
It was, because people wanted to see Batman that bad. But let me put it this way: after watching this one and then watching the other one, they're like, had enough. This is Schumacher overload right there.
So I think that's what happened, right? When Christian Bale jumped on the scene on Batman Begins in 2005, like, whoa, finally.
Yes, finally. Well,
finally.
Everybody's probably worried about it. I bet you Warner Brother guys probably didn't get any sleep at all.
Yeah, you know what? I was worried about it too. Because it's been so long, right? Since the Clooney Batman.
But I mean, it looked good to us.
Yeah, it did.
Because I remember when it came out, I was happy. I was like, Christian Bale, I don't really know that much about him. but he's gonna do that.
Uh,
I didn't know anything about the director.
Yeah, I
Because
didn't know anything.
well, I didn't watch any of his movies.
Yeah, I did.
Nolan's up
Christopher
until
Nolan.
that, because the only reason I watched some of his movies after that is because you said, "Hey, Prestige, you gotta watch it. It's good." I watched it. I was like, "Yeah, this is excellent."
Well, the what's the other one? I mean, Memento is also very good.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen too much of his. I watch his movies now, but before then, never heard of him.
Yeah.
But I did. I remember I used to go buy about almost all the books from Batman Begins, all of them. People at the bookstores like even started knowing my name. They're like, "You must really like this movie, even though it's not out yet." I even bought the soundtrack. I even bought the soundtrack to Batman before I even saw that.
Then you know what? We'll just give it that, like, you know, Batman. I'm so glad that Christopher Nolan Batman back to like the popular thing. You know,
he brought it back. Well, I would say he almost brought superhero movies back in a way.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. But back with the DC,
like, yeah, we can. Everybody's like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah.
He saved
finally
Schumacher's giant mistakes.
You know
what I don't understand is how Schumacher made. I guess because the movie made so much money.
Yeah, it's just by the production.
And I guess they thought, huh. Because the people watching it, Warner Brothers, thought this movie sucks.
This movie sucks, but he made it work.
So we'll keep it. Then they watch the other one. This guy's never working for Warner Brothers again.
Why is that? Is it because of Batman name? I mean, this movie is not that best, right? But it's better than Batman and Robin. But Batman and Robin, literally, it really sucked.
It did. It sucked.
But I guess it hits a certain audience.
But it's like I really think people finally woke up to the one-liners, because it's a bunch of one-liners too.
On Batman and Robin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost the whole script.
I'm going to watch for that next time this week.
But yeah, well, we'll get back to the deal. The thing is, though, they do get their point across because Chase talks to him, and she's real serious now.
Yes, because she's talking to Bruce Wayne.
Kind of stuck up in a way.
Yes. It's very Two-Face here.
Yeah, and the movie kind of jumps around because, he pulls out all those the Riddler left a bunch of little.
Oh, yeah, that's why she sees it. Yeah, he sees them.
We saw them earlier, but he shows one of them. It's like, hey, you didn't see anything on my face. We saw it in the office. And it's what's a clock? You don't see 13 clock anywhere. And then he pulls out another one, pull one off, strike my face. And
that's wild. Yeah, a match.
It's a match. Which she kind of goes, okay. And she goes, well, she basically tells him the whole thing about these two deals. She basically tells him, this guy is obsessed with you and he's going to have to kill you. Blah, blah, blah. And she goes, I think this guy's a psycho. And he goes, so that's a clinical term?
Yes.
That's when she goes to the whole deal. And he goes, oh, so basically you're telling me he's a wacko.
Yes.
She's like, yes. And then, of course, she's like, and I could see that you know more about obsession than you let on.
Oh.
Which, real quick, we're going to see this. She analyzes. Let's see this why I wouldn't date her now. Because she's already analyzing this guy all the way. I mean, I was surprised she didn't figure out he's Batman by just him standing in her office.
Yes.
Because, of course, he walks over there and he's kind of smart. He goes, so you play with dolls, and then he sees that Tibetan. What is it? Was it Tibetan?
Yeah, something like that. That dream.
I can't remember if it was Thai, Tibetan, or whatever. Anyways, or Thailand. I didn't know if it was Thailand or Tibetan. It was started with a T.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It was supposed to be like a dream catcher, like they got here in America. But basically, the doll is supposed to help you with your bad dreams.
But yeah, fight you off your demons. Yeah.
Yeah, fight off your demons. Of course, she's like, "Oh, you look sad." And he goes, "I don't need one of these. I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm awesome." She could tell he's not, but this is when it starts showing we start getting into the idea of, we're going to show him all those repressed memories now.
Yes. Yeah, they opened that door.
Yeah, he didn't have the repressed memory problems in the last two movies. Why is he having it now?
And suddenly he has having it now, yeah.
Yeah, he's all of a sudden having it now. I'm like, if killing the penguin and getting beat around by the Catwoman didn't bring the repressed memory, I don't think you have a problem.
Yeah. I mean, no, he has the repressed memory in the first one a little bit.
I think the problem is they thought, hey, well, let's make him a little more psychotic now, or he's having issues.
It doesn't really follow that line, though, because he kind of took care of that when he finished off the Joker in the first one.
To me,
remember?
he did.
Yeah,
to me,
but then suddenly it comes back.
Yeah, he just goes out every night.
So maybe it fulfills that thing with Dick Grayson, because he talks to him about Two-Face later.
Yeah, maybe so. I think you're right, because of course at the end of the he's like, "I kind of get you out of that dress." And she's like, "Excuse me." Yeah. He goes into a black dress. See another. I'm like, what?
And also here we are again, right? Brings it to the next scene, which we always I forgot to mention before we even got here. You know how when Edward Nigma kills that boss guy, right? He goes back to his apartment, and I love that song that plays, the Bad Day song.
I have that. I bought the album.
Yeah, I had a long time ago too.
But I don't like the score. I don't really like the score.
No, they
Score of
don't.
this movie?
They removed that Danny Elfman thing.
Yeah, they got rid of Danny Elfman. They put
They
I
have
think
a
it's
new one.
something Elenthal. I'm not gonna say he's bad because I think he's the guy that did the soundtrack for what was that one with Johnny Depp as gangster?
Oh, directed by Michael Mann, right? Or is it? Are you talking about Donnie
Yes.
Brasco?
No, not Johnny
Oh,
Brasco.
Public
The one
Enemies.
where he's do what?
Public Enemies.
Yes, Public Enemies. I think he's the one that does soundtrack to that.
He plays
That's
John
good.
Dillinger.
But to me, this guy basically he didn't really even copy Danny Elfman. So I heard somebody go, "Oh yeah, it's like a copy down." Now I'm like, it's
Oh
not.
no.
To me, his soundtrack is like, I'm going to do a better version of the '66 Batman.
Oh, okay.
In a way,
Yes,
I mean, it's
does.
not quite that, but it follows that loud noise, the instrument like it does in that show because it's really wild. So if you're, because did you ever watch Adam West's Batman?
I never watched. You know what? Me and my sister probably watch it sometimes on the daytime television in New York.
Okay.
They show on the weekends.
I bought it I guess I bought it like a year ago and started watching.
Oh yeah, you bought the whole collector's set, right?
Yeah, I bought the whole collector's set. I actually think it's pretty good. I mean, it's funny. I mean, it's not serious Batman, but it's still better than Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay.
In a way, if you'll watch it and see it for what it is, it's actually not bad at all.
Really?
Yeah, most of the actors, they're just playing. I mean, it looks like everybody's having a good time.
Oh, that's good then. Because
like,
it's at that time, you know what I'm saying?
It's like one of those shows that actors get on and you can relax and have a good time doing TV.
Well, during that time, LSD was very popular. And stuff. So
well, that was the production designers, okay?
Okay. It was very colorful. I do remember that.
It was very colorful, and this movie's colorful too. See what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh,
so
Batman and Robin was even more colorful than this, I thought. Yeah.
Where did I go there?
Okay.
But hey, that's the swinging 60s, man. Hey, it's swinging 60s, dude.
Yes.
Well, anyways, so of course they go to the
circus.
Yes. This is cool. The circus is kind of freaky looking, but the circus is cool. And of course, even though, because I think this is where where Chase and Batman, Bruce Wayne go, and they sit next to the commissioner, and also that introduces us to the what's her name? Is her name Gossip Getty?
Yeah, Gossip Lady. Well, whoever the Gossip Lady.
I think her name is Gossip Getty.
Okay.
Anyways, Gossip Getty. I pointed this out in the last shows because we saw her in the last one.
Batman yes.
This is Bob Kane's wife.
That's right. You said that. Yeah, I looked that up.
And the funny thing is, if you look on all the stuff, it says she's only in these 3 movies.
Really?
But the thing is, I'm pretty sure she's in the first Batman movie. And they just don't credit her.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? They probably deleted her scene, and that's why they didn't have to credit.
Yeah, and we only got like a piece of it because I remember. I think I even said it when we talked about it that she was in.
But she was definitely in Returns and Forever.
Yeah, she was bigger in the Returns, but they didn't give her a name. But she acted the same. And in these 2 characters, she's the same in both this movie and Batman. She's basically Gotham's gossip columnist, which is funny in Batman 66. The old Batman. There's a character just like her.
Oh, really?
So she must be in the comics or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a character in the old Batman that follows Adam West around and always asks about who he's dating or what he's doing. Just like her. So we get her, and of course, she's like, "Who's this?" He's like, "Chase." And of course, he's talking to Chase, and Chase like, "Yeah, I already found somebody else. I'm sorry."
Yeah, he's like, "Already?"
Because he's like, "Already?" And of course,
he just got to town.
She's like, she just swooped out of the sky, and he goes, and I bet he felt it too. And he's like, "Yep, sure did." She's like, "What?" And of course, they're doing the circus, and we got the Flying Graysons.
Oh, those are the one-liners.
Exactly like the real comic.
Okay, yeah, the Flying Graysons.
Yeah, because Dick Grayson in the comic book, he's actually an
acrobat,
performer, acrobat. Yeah. So then here comes Two-Face. Two-Face actually doesn't really kill Grayson's family in the comic books.
No.
I think it's some kind of mobster, and I can't remember his name.
Okay.
But Two-Face does kill. I think it's the third. No, it's the second. I think it's Jason Todd's father. Two-Face kills. Jason Todd's the second Robin.
Oh, okay.
Jason Todd.
So they kind of combine the elements a little bit.
Yeah, he's the one that they had that big campaign, and then everybody said kill him, and the Joker kills him at the end of the comic.
Oh.
Of course, he comes back in the comics now. I'm like, guys there either. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Kill them all. I mean, all right. We got like 3 Jokers. I mean, 3 Robins, sorry. But we're on the first Robin. So of course, he's going to put a bomb if somebody if Batman doesn't show up. I think it's what is it? Yeah, because of
Yeah,
course
because he thinks one of them is Batman.
Yeah, I like it because he goes, even one of you pasty twits may be Batman. Of course, everybody starts screaming. You see Batman or Bruce Wayne stand up. I'm Batman.
Yep.
He's yelling. I'm like, how is all the people standing next to him not hear that he's?
Yeah, I know, right? Because they're in panic. I was thinking that too. It's like everybody, even Chase was sitting right next to him.
Yes, she would have heard that.
She didn't hear. Like, come on.
I mean, she's probably too busy. And of course, he starts to run away, and then that's when she knows, hey, where are you going?
Yep.
He crawls up there and he starts beating people as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But I'm sure the commissioner, because the commissioner shows up next to him.
Yeah.
There's a scene, when he beats up all those people. The commissioner's right next to him. I'm thinking, commissioner's probably just thinking, oh, he's rich and he knows karate.
Yeah, he paid for boxing lessons, just like Iron Man.
He's been doing kickboxing, just like Chase. Why I don't understand why Chase, we already seen her kickboxing. Why didn't she get up there and start kickboxing?
Hey, man, practicing and doing the real thing is very different.
Why practice if you're not going to do it in real life?
It's just for exercising, okay? It's a great form of cardio.
Okay. Is that what that is?
I have a punching bag in my car because that's a good form of cardio because I try running, right? That's not happening.
I've never seen you jump out and just start punching people.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that guy's got a gun. I'm going to be quiet.
I'm like, I'm just doing this for cardio because I can't run at my age. That's basically all that is. I tried jump rope too. That's not happening.
I'm not. I wouldn't even attempt to jump rope anymore.
Exactly, and that's why that's the kickboxing thing.
Yeah, them days are over. I'd do the kickboxing. That's over. But of course, the Graysons decide they're going to get the bomb and get it out.
Yep.
Two-Face flips his coin. He gets we might as well point out, Two-Face he's got a double-sided coin. There's a good face. He does right.
And there's a cut up.
The cut up side is supposed to represent his all tore up face. Then he does what Two-Face.
And he's controlled by that coin.
He is controlled by that coin. The comic books, he only flips it once, and if it lets you live, you live. He doesn't
keep doing it.
Yeah. In this movie, we'll probably get to that, but the scene is cut wrong. Is why it's like that.
Oh, what do you mean?
That there's a scene we'll get to where he flips it 3 times.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
The scene was cut wrong.
Oh, okay.
It actually, he's not doing it until he gets the result he wants.
Oh, okay.
But of course, he gets the cut up side, so he shoots the Graysons out of the sky.
Yeah, he shot the Grayson out of the sky. Yep.
And they all fall and hit the ground, which is funny. I don't know if this was in a comic book or not, but there's a scene. Robin saves him. He gets to the bomb. He throws it out the roof.
Yep.
He comes back down. You see Batman looking at Robin. He's seeing his family's dead.
Yes.
There's that scene with them all laying on the floor. I could have swore that they used that scene in a comic book.
In you mean my adaptation?
Yeah, no, not in your adaptation. I think they actually used it in the comic book.
Oh, really? Because in adaptation, there's blood all over the floor, you see?
I don't see any blood. I see the light. Oh, I do see the blood, yeah.
That's why you messed up.
Did you notice there's only 2 of them?
Yeah, there's only 2 of them. His brother's
actually, in the comic books, Robin doesn't have a brother.
Yeah, that's why I figured, too.
And that's whoever drew that probably knows that. And they're like, hey, where's the brother at? He's like,
we need to cast somebody else. This is Chris O'Donnell's friend.
yeah. I don't know what the deal is.
So Jack Nicholson, Bob was his personal friend. They put him in the movie.
Yeah.
He hardly says anything because he's not an actor.
Yeah. But you got to remember, Chris O'Donnell, he wasn't a big name.
No, he wasn't a big name. He just said,
yeah. I mean, what was he in? Sin of a Woman, I think.
With El Pacino?
Yeah.
Oh,
he was just Al Pacino, man. He was hanging out with everybody in Hollywood.
Oh, it's okay.
But so they killed it, and of course, Bruce Wayne takes Robin in. Shows the next scene is they're at the house. The cop drops them off.
So how old is Robin in this movie?
And okay, are we talking about the actor?
No,
the actor's 25, but Robin's supposed to be like 18.
Oh, okay.
Or younger, a little bit younger. Actually, I'm probably even off on that. Robin may be like 16 or so.
But he just took him in regardless of age. So he's basically taking an adult male into his own house.
Okay. So there's 3 guys in the house.
3 guys in the house now. I just need to point that out. Yep.
Well, of course, Robin wants to leave though, because the scene is he keeps trying to leave, and I like it how he keeps saying, "Been in a lot of biker ballers, Bruce." Yeah. Is this a museum, Bruce?
Yes.
That Al, Bruce? Of course, he calls Alfred Al.
Yeah.
He keeps saying Bruce. You notice that? Of course, Bruce Wayne finally kind of gets him into staying.
Yeah.
shows him his nice garage.
The Vincent Black Knight. I wrote it down.
Burger. And of course, Alfred cooked a hamburger with onion rings on top.
Yeah, I saw that. Whoa.
Because you wanted it too.
Heck yeah. I noticed that the first time. I was like, did he put onion rings in that? That's genius.
Exactly. When you're sitting there, you're just hungry.
Because I was like, I think before that, I had never seen onion rings on burgers. Like, they're not just regular onion rings. They're deep fried onion rings.
Yeah, they're deep fried onion rings.
I know, I had never.
All onion rings are deep fried.
No, I mean, like, they have sometimes onion rings. Like, like the onions just you cut, right?
Yeah, that's just onions, dude.
But, like, an onion ring, like, on a burger, like, I had never seen that before.
There's some restaurants that I think Chili's may do it.
Well, yeah, but then back then, 95, right? I don't eat at Chili's a lot.
Sorry.
Okay? 95, I was 15. I don't go out to Chili's a lot,
Yeah, you're right. I forget. Way back in that
just
day,
way back. Like, right now, we're like, oh, I want it now.
I wanted it now. I'm like, McDonald's.
I'm like, man, what else can you put on this burger? That's genius. A fried egg.
I know. And of course, he was gonna throw that burger out to the dogs. Dude.
I know. I was like, you better bring that. I'm gonna eat that stuff now.
So now Robin stays with him.
Yes. 3 dudes in the house. I got it.
Yeah, there's 3 dudes in the house. Of course, there's that scene where Robin's putting up his clothes.
Oh,
and, he's got that motorcycle helmet. It's got a Robin paint on it. Of course, Alfred's like, "What is this?" He's like, "It's a Robin." And he tells the story.
Oh, he tells that story. Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, I swung out and saved my brother, and my dad said I flew out there like a robin." And he's like, "But I don't need these clothes anymore because I want to go kill Two-Face." Well, I also pointed out they also mentioned Metropolis in this movie.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, because it goes, "So you're gonna go find the circus?" Because you can't, because they're probably halfway to
Metropolis. Yep.
And they may be. So Superman does exist.
That's right. Like you talk about that. Hey, the connection.
It's Dean Cain.
Yeah, that's the Dean Cain Superman.
I would rather it be Christopher Reeve Superman, but hey.
But you know what? It's the times, man.
It's the times. You're right. But I can't do Christopher Reeve anymore. So.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Cool. Deep fake. But hey, let's go on.
Let's talk about that laundry scene.
Yeah, the laundry scene.
Like, who does laundry like that?
Robin, dude.
I'm like, who swing their stuff around like they're doing nunchucks?
Hey, I use a dryer. There's this machine. You open the top, put your stuff in it, close it, and come back.
You know what's really funny about that scene? They're in a mansion, right? And they have a clothesline indoors just to hang up clothes to dry.
Hey.
Okay.
Nice clothes. Apparently, I don't got that kind of money, but I'm thinking, I guess people have got that money. You don't use your clothes in a dryer.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He came from the circus. He air dry everything.
Yeah, those expensive clothes. I tell you what.
He squeezed all the water out and then mop it at the end. I'm like,
yeah, we mopped it up the floor.
Like in the beginning, like the first time I saw it, like, oh, this scene was cool, right? But now watching this as an adult, like, dude, don't do laundry like that.
Yeah, that's dumb. Especially when he gets water, when he squeezes water.
He's going water like, now have you mop this stuff? I know that you mopped it, but there's still mopping going on.
You're liable to get mildew on your floor. I mean, come on, don't do that.
Come on.
Cool. Water on the floor is never a good thing.
Stupid Richard.
I mean, yeah, stupid Richard.
It is Richard Grayson, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is. That's why his name's Dick.
Yeah, Dick Grayson, yeah. I just want to make sure.
Even Alfred calls him Master Dick.
Yeah, Master Dick.
Which actually in the comic, I think he calls him Master Grayson.
Grayson, yeah. Master Grayson. I did read that.
Doesn't make any sense in this movie.
Because he say Master Wayne.
You know why? Because Alfred's like, you poured water on my floor, dude.
Yeah. Because there's 3 dudes in the house that's why I call Master Dick.
Yeah. He's like... Even though he's not the main guy in this house.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that bothers me so much. So let's talk about Riddler going to Two-Face hideout after this the whole
we
fiasco.
See the cop car go by. I mean, we probably skipped some stuff, but it's okay.
That's okay.
We see the hideout for Two-Face, which is cut in half. And it's got one light side. Of course, we see David,
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore as the good girl.
Yep.
The one
Angel.
side is Debbie Mazar.
Yeah, Debbie Mazar is the other one.
On the other side, which it's neat. I think it's cool. It looks neat.
It is cool.
Even though the acting still didn't get any better.
No.
And of course, here comes the Riddler. Shows right up. Of course, this is to me the scene where Two-Face was more him. Two-Face in this one scene.
That's right.
Because he's placed.
You know why? Because he's in his own environment.
Yeah,
he's not. Anytime he's out trying to get Batman, right? We get that. Woo!
Yeah, he
Two-Face.
doesn't do as much crazy. He does some, but not as much in this one.
Yeah.
Plus, because he's going to shoot. Because in real life, Tommy Lee Jones probably really wanted to shoot Jim Carrey.
Which I don't understand, right? Like, I feel like Tommy Lee Jones is like I guess like a bigger man than that.
You would think so, but I don't know. It may have a lot to do with, I don't know. Tommy Lee Jones is an actor, okay?
Yeah.
He had to work his way up acting.
Mm.
And this guy acts like a clown, and he gets this gigantic paycheck all of a sudden in all these roles.
Oh, well, I didn't see
I
it
don't
like
know if
that.
it's true, but
yeah.
I know it was the same. There was a while back, what was it? Samuel L. Jackson was mad at a rapper.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? And he explained why.
I do remember
like,
that.
What's your problem? He goes, I'll tell you what my problem is. It's a simple problem. I worked really hard to be an actor, and these guys just come out and they make some rhymes and they get a role.
Yeah.
They get to act with actors.
Because of marketing.
I wish I could. Yeah, they get to act with actors. I can't even get to act with.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's not only Samuel Jackson. Denzel says the same thing.
A lot of actors probably do. And I mean, why wouldn't you? I would feel that way.
No, you're right.
When these guys paid their dues, and then Hollywood just snatches some weird piece of
because
crap.
they were hot at the time. Yes.
Yeah, they're hot at the time, and those people used to go away.
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh, I remember. I understand that in the back. Yeah,
but
back
Jim
then.
Carrey did turn out to be a pretty good actor.
Oh, Jim Carrey, yeah, it did.
But you don't see him that much.
No.
He kind of just faded out.
I mean, what was Jim Carrey's first major serious role? Probably The Truman Show.
No, somewhat serious.
Yeah, somewhat serious. And then he got to the Eternal Sunshine, and then the number 23.
He improved. I mean, yeah, he toned his
Majestic.
stuff down, and he became a better actor too.
Yeah, he's still a better actor. He's the
actor.
only reason I think why the Sonic movie was good.
Yeah, probably so.
He's really good in that movie.
But yeah, but I mean,
the Sonic movie's not bad compared to other video game movies.
He eventually paid his dues too.
Yeah, definitely, Jim Carrey. Big time.
I think he probably rised too quick, but of course.
Oh yeah, I think that's the thing that people get jealous just because he rises too quick, but then you don't give a chance for that actors to you know.
Yeah, because think about it, he just came off of In Living Color and already got a huge paycheck.
Yeah, bigger
than almost all the other actors.
Hey, you know it's really weird that like even if you say Tommy Lee Jones feel that way, right? I looked at Jim Carrey's resume, right, like on Wikipedia, all the films he's done. He's done quite a bit of movies before 1994.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a lot of people don't know a lot of them.
Yeah, well, we don't really know what the problem was. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he parked in a parking spot one morning.
That's just something simple as that.
It could have been, hey, simple things like that can set somebody off.
Yeah, especially actors, I know. They live in a different world.
They do live in a different world. One with a lot of money.
All right, so let's go back to that scene.
Yeah, and of course, he tells him, hey, if you don't shoot me and you work with me and help me get a lot of money by stealing stuff, because he knows this is what this guy does.
He needs capital funding, yeah.
Yeah, he needs capital. That's Two-Face. He needs muscles, what he needs.
Yes.
Two-Face is the muscle. He's like, hey, and all you want to do is kill Batman? I can deliver on that.
Yes.
Because I like it. Because give me one reason why I'll blow your dick.
Yeah.
I like that, but he's got that. The funny thing is the gun he uses.
Oh yeah,
it's a 22.
It's also very comedic.
But it just looks good.
Well, there's still that I don't want to get shot either. You know, especially like a guy like Edward, he probably don't want to get shot at all, no matter how big the gauge.
But I was like, I mean, it's not even like a 45 or anything. I mean, it's not like.
Yeah,
it's going to go through a car door.
That's not the point, man. I just want to get shot. I mean, like a person like Edward, he doesn't know what guns are.
Yeah, almost. Apparently, whoever made this movie didn't either.
It just looked cool. It's what they could afford at the time. You and I know.
It does look cool. It looks very fierce. Yeah, I mean, it was a 22 long rifle. I mean, it's got a lot of power behind it, but it's still small caliber.
So after this scene, what did you think about all those? Can I call these montages
I like it when it shows the
now?
Cartoons.
Yeah, like the cartoon stuff.
Cartoons, because you showed the good cartoon for Drew Barrymore, and they had Disney because it's Warner Brothers. No, not Disney.
Not Disney.
It had Looney Tunes stuff.
Yes,
because it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it?
Oh, that's why they show the TV to the girls, like because he had to explain like this is how I found you.
He goes, "This is your brain on this," and they're sharing it. Of course, Two-Face is going to help him. He's like, "This is awesome."
Yeah. Oh, like, that's just the first one's free.
So of course, he has the montage.
Yes.
The montage was silly, ridiculous. The montage to me is like if you cut clips out of Adam West's Batman.
Well, I
It was.
guess
This is so much Adam West Batman.
it is very Adam West Batman. Remember when they showed the scene there, they're robbing people and
Yeah.
causing chaos and stuff.
Yeah. And of course they're laughing and they're
And then they have a
hugging
scene
people.
about like, teach me how to punch a guy. First, you cut your fist back and you just release.
Yeah, search yourself.
Yeah, he's such a
Hurts his
so.
hand.
Then he punches that dude.
He punches that dude. Of course, he robs all the stuff. And he, of course, though, he's building him a company.
Yeah.
Enigma Tag. But also, the thing is, we go back. I want to go back to Bruce Wayne. Isn't he on a date? He's on a date with Chase. Which is weird because he's on a date with her, even though after she already told him she found somebody else.
Yeah.
But of course, he still shows up on a date with her.
Yep.
And I can't remember where they were at. Oh no, he's at her house. Yeah, he's at her house.
She's at the house.
For the date. Yeah, he's at her house. Of course, he sees those pictures of Batman all over the place. He's like, "Should I leave you alone?" He acts like he's jealous first.
I know.
I guess he wants to gauge her reaction.
Yeah.
Of course, she's like up in his face, like, "Hey, so I got a problem. So I like this dude. What's your problem?
Yeah.
You jealous?" And of course, he's like, and then that's what I hate it when she goes, "Are you jealous?" He goes, "I can't be jealous." He wants to tell her right then.
Yeah.
Of course,
he always does that, right?
Yeah, he always does that. It doesn't make any sense. I can't be jealous. Of course, his phone rings. He's got the Dick Tracy watch.
Oh yes. Oh, because Dick Grayson found out his Batman.
Because remember when there's that scene where Dick Grayson keeps seeing Alfred go to this one room.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, all the doors in this house are locked. How come this one is the only one that's locked?"
And he goes, "It's Bruce Wayne's dead wives." And he goes, "It's a silver closet. On with you." And of course, Dick Grayson's watching him, and he slides down, goes to the silver closet, and he ends up in the Batcave and sees everything.
Did you like that? Did you like they just having a locked door in the house? Because before it was just two of them.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, but at this point in the movie, I didn't really care.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of one of those.
You know why I thought it was? I think they have that scene because you bring in the Riddler. I almost call him the Joker. The Riddler and Two-Face, because that's how they find the.
It probably was. It probably just made sense to have that for that scene. You're right. I think that's actually why it did it. Yeah. But of course, the house was huge because remember he jumps from the third floor and goes all the way.
Yeah, all the way down.
What I don't understand is why don't Alfred just go through the door and close the door instead of letting it.
Letting it slow by. Yeah, that's the.
Because here's the thing: the guy's gonna know something's going on. So Alfred goes in the silver closet and he's there for like hours. We saw the silver closet. It's not very big before you hit that back door and go to the back cave.
Something's
I love the scene. This is a really good scene because you see Alfred's face in the watch. He's like, "Sir, Dick took the car."
Yeah, Master Dick took the car. Like what, the Jag?
Yeah,
no, the other car.
He goes, "The Bentley?"
No.
And then I like his face because he gets like he's getting like angry now. He's like, "The other car." Because you see that Batmobile just hopping.
Yeah, just hopping on the.
They said in real life they let him drive that car because he wanted to.
Really?
And he ran into a post.
Oh, no way.
Yep. So I bet you they don't let him drive anymore cars.
Wow.
And I like it because he drives up and you hear that he drives up to those women, those 4 women. You know who those women were, right?
No.
In Vogue.
No.
Free Your Mind. Yeah.
Whoa.
That was them. That was awesome. I didn't know it was them way back then, but I knew it was them when I watched the movie.
I didn't know there was them way back then either.
I mean, I guess they don't do that much anymore, so probably a lot of people are saying, "Who's in Vogue?"
Yeah,
I know who they are. Awesome. They were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I like it, and he's like, "Hey," and then of course you got that guy, those
clowns. Like what is? Yeah, what are those neon light people? Whatever gang they were.
Schumacher really loves neon lights.
He does, right?
I actually thought that they were cool though.
Well, because it was a dark light.
Yeah, paint. All blue lights. Yeah, it's all blue lights shining on the paint. I actually thought they were pretty cool because in the comics, Gotham always has all these different wild-looking gangs. Yeah. In the comics,
so that was acceptable to me too.
Of course, this girl screams. Of course, Robin's like, I'm gonna save these people because they saw him. They're like, I love those girls. He goes, I'm Batman.
They're like, oh, they ain't in the bat.
Yeah, you're a bat boy. Yeah. Of course, he runs out and he fights those guys, and he actually fights. He fights pretty good.
It shows that he can fight. Yes.
Yeah, and he kisses that girl, but of course, after she runs off, everybody comes out.
Yeah.
All the whole neighborhood comes out, and I like the scene because when Batman shows up, everybody just runs.
Yeah, everybody just runs because this is serious now. Because it's the
but this,
stories, right? Like the
but this, the
Batman.
thing is, in a way, yeah. If you read the comic books, you know why everybody's running. It's not until the newer movies you'll understand why he runs. Because when Batman starts fighting, he just beats you into your bloody pulp.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't stop beating the crap out of you. That's the problem. Batman goes around the neighborhoods and just gives people beatings, like bad beatings. Like you'll be in the hospital.
Yeah.
If you're Affleck's Batman, you get branded afterwards.
Oh, so I'm so glad you bought Affleck's Batman. I told you that I watched Batman vs Superman. Right? There's a lot of fight scenes. It does remind me of the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, because he's just
it's real against the Dark Knight Returns.
Well, he's got the suit too.
He does. That's the suit from the Dark Knight Returns.
And he's so big when he's up on people.
He looks big. Yeah.
Just like him. Yeah, and he just beats the tar out of people.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I was sitting there watching that movie, I was like, "This guy's gonna kill Superman." I don't think I like him.
He has a lot of anger, but I don't know if you know, right? I know we're getting off topic, but is this the one that he knew that the Joker killed Tim Blake?
I don't know. I mean, we know that he has the bat suit and it says "ha ha ha."
The joke's on you.
We find out later on, if you watch Suicide Squad, it's not Joker killed it.
Oh, it's not.
It was Harley Quinn killed.
Okay.
Killed Robin.
Kill Robin. The third Robin, right? We don't know which one yet.
I can't remember if it tells the Robin's name or not. It's just, it doesn't even, she don't say it. It shows like a computer file and tells her what she did, and she killed Robin.
Yeah, she killed Robin.
It's assuming that's, we don't know the universe it's in now. It was that's supposed to be that same universe, but now there's another Suicide Squad. So I'm like,
I don't know.
I'm confused. So maybe she didn't really kill Robin. But
back to Batman and Batman Forever.
Yeah. So of course Batman saves him, and of course that's when they're having their heated argument in the Batcave.
Yeah.
And of course, Batman's already changed. He's already like, "Oh, I don't want to help you."
And I know. He's already cleaned up that eyeshadow makeup. I know.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, man." He goes,
"Well, this is where you find out about Dick Grayson that all he want to do is like kill Two-Face."
Yeah, but Bruce Wayne sounds like a hypocrite too.
Yeah.
Instead of sounding like somebody who knows, he comes off more like, "So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna? You're gonna be alone and all."
It's kind of like Alfred talks to him about that.
Yeah.
Like another one-liner.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff. But basically, he tells him, but of course, like Robin goes, "Hey, I'm going to be watching you when you go out.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to stop me." And he goes, "I'll stop you."
I'll stop you.
Basically, you're not going to stop him. But we're actually jumping ahead. That was actually later on. But anyways, he doesn't want to help him. So they got to go upstairs. I forgot, where do we go to? Oh, then we go to the scene where, the show's Nigma created a big deal. And then he's going to have a party.
Oh, yeah, he has that party.
Yeah, well, they always showed him as building this factory thing or whatever set up on the island. Now he's got this party, and of course, Bruce Wayne gets out of the car. Alfred drops Bruce Wayne off, and his girlfriend, that's not really his girlfriend because she's actually wanting to see Batman.
Yes.
But she's going to go ahead and show up with the money.
Yes.
And then, of course, Alfred opens the door for Dick Grayson.
Yes.
And of course, I like it. He's like, "Thank God." It's just like, "Well, I'm just gonna go back there and hang out with the girls in the back." And of course we go to the show, and of course, everybody's like, they start off talking to Nigma, of course that's where we see it.
Yeah, he's not like, "How's my mold?"
Yeah, well, he's got his hair all nice in a suit. And of course, Drew Barrymore's like, "You don't look," when we see Bruce Wayne show up, I like it. And they all go, "Bruce Wayne."
Yes, Bruce Wayne.
And of course, that's when he goes, "How's my mo?" And she's like, "And you don't really look as good in a suit as he does."
Yeah. I like that Jim Carrey combs his hair exactly like Val Kilmer.
Exactly. He's trying to be Bruce Wayne. Which is supposed to be, I guess that's the complex, his craziness.
Yeah, his obsession.
Yeah, his obsession. Of course, that's when they kind of have they show how the machine works, all those people going to the booth, and of course that's when they have that face off, when that lady's like, "So, Bruce Wayne, are you jealous that Enigma's company's selling twice of what yours is worth now?"
Yes.
And of course, he's trying to go. It's a kind of a setup. It's a trap. Because I like it when he's chasing. He's like, "So who are you?" Because I'm chasing Meridian. And of course, Bruce Wayne.
Oh, I love that part.
He's got to talk to Drew Barrymore. He says, "So who are you? You call me whatever you." And of course, you can see his face is like, "Oh man, I don't want to talk to you. You're too easy."
Exactly. I think that was part of the act, though.
That was that.
Yeah.
It was probably that. Well, she was into him. Though.
Yeah. I mean,
Drew
it's Bruce
Barrymore's
Wayne.
character is like, yeah, I mean, come on, Bruce Wayne.
Was it surprising that Drew Barrymore was in this movie?
Actually, it was surprising.
Because,
You know,
like,
the funny thing,
yeah,
when I first used to watch it, I kind of forgot she was in it.
I did too.
I forgot a whole lot of people.
Yeah, I forgot she was in it.
I mean, and then I watched it
I
again.
mean, like, the time I'm talking,
But I mean,
I pointed that out.
Like, yeah, when it came out, I don't remember, but I remember seeing it a long time ago when I got it on DVD.
Yeah.
Watching, I was like, "Is that Drew Barrymore?"
Oh.
It looks like.
Well, because this is the time I pointed it out because this is the time before IMDb and like internet stuff. So that's why like okay, we only know the top dollar people, right? But I have no idea Drew Barry was in the movie.
Unless you sit there and read unless you sit there and watch the credits. I'm like, who does that? Because I mean, the only thing you're going to hear is YouTube playing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we know the soundtrack though because we talk about the guy. But the problem is the soundtrack was more albums.
No, the soundtrack is more albums. Yeah.
Yeah, because I bought the album and I liked it too. Here's the sad thing: Batman and Robin was a crappy movie, but it had a better album to me than
like the score.
No, just
the soundtrack.
Well, because it had Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Their song was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
and a lot of other songs around here. The biggest songs for this movie though was U2, Kiss Me, Kill Me, because they did a video on MTV and you could watch parts of the movie. Because remember how we used to watch MTV? Well, let me put it this way. Remember how you used to watch MTV and there was music playing and you watch music videos before all this other crap happened?
It's kind of like Netflix in a way.
And every time there was a movie coming out, somebody would do a song for it and they'd have clips of it.
Yes, in the song.
So it was good to watch MTV back then because you get a trailer and then you can watch MTV and you get more of a trailer for the song. So you had Kiss Me, Kill Me. And then the other big song was Seal.
Yeah, Seal, which is never played in this movie.
It is played. Well, it's not played during the movie, but it's the last song plays during the credits.
In the credits, yeah.
Yeah, but he had his video on TV, and you'd always
it had the scenes.
And they played a lot of his songs. They played both those songs with the trailers that you saw.
Yes,
movies coming out. So that's how we knew they were out.
Yeah.
So we touched that tidbit, but now we go back to the party, and Bruce Wayne's wanting to see how this machine works.
Yes.
So Drew Barrymore's character, Spice. No, Sugar. She's Sugar. The other one's Spice.
Yeah, Sugar is Spice.
Anyways, she pulls out the key, which is dumb. She pulls out this key, okay, and hands it to him. If you're Batman, shouldn't you know that they might put another key in there?
Hey, you know what? He doesn't know how it works.
Of course, Chase is over there dancing with the Riddler.
Yes.
He's watching.
So
he goes in there to see the machine. She pulls the key out of her little doggy purse.
Yeah, the doggy purse, and put another one in to turn it
back
on.
And of course, boom, it brainwashes. Well, it gets his attention. It starts with his brain, and we see that giant bat fly.
The giant bat is like, tell me your fantasies, tell me your fears, and everything. Go through the who, what, where, why. Going
through the where, what, why, and of course, before he can even. It just starts before the thing is stuck there, and then of course, here comes Two-Face. Bust is in the room, and it shoots the giant lamp, but of course it breaks Bruce Wayne free. So Bruce Wayne runs out the door because you can hear all the commotion. Of course, Edward Nero run up there. What are you doing? Yeah,
he's like, no.
He's like, yeah, hello. He's like, hey. He's like, I'm getting tired of waiting. I wanted to come in here and have a little fun. And of course, then here goes Batman.
Well, and before he said that, he the Riddler, like he complains to him like, hey, we should have planned this, orchestrated, pre-sold the movie rights. Yeah, pre-sold the movie rights. Of course, Batman goes to his car and gets changed. Yes. And he goes in. So he comes through the ceiling. That was pretty cool.
He comes to the ceiling. I love it. And of course, the Riddler's like, his interest was way better.
Yeah, he's like, your interest is good. His was way better.
Our favorite scene right there. Yeah, it's Batman.
Yeah, Batman. Like, what? Come on. Like, we're going to keep complaining about this dude. That dude is the Sony of the Batman movie. That's how I'm going to say.
Yep, that was guy worked for Columbia Pictures.
Yep. Yeah, he's the head of Columbia Pictures. There you go. That makes me sleep well at night.
But, of course, Robin, because he heard that, hey, his Batman had to run out.
Yeah.
He goes to the car. He gets his Robin
suit from the circus.
First, Alfred's like, hey, I'm going to get fired for this. Maybe we'll have him back at
Buckingham Palace.
Well, of course, all the goons are trying to beat up everybody, and they get up in the corner, and Batman runs up there, beats him up, and of course, Chase grabs him, kisses him. Hey,
my place tonight.
My place at midnight.
Yeah, midnight. Okay.
Oh, you know what? The only thing it does, that scene, I think it's corny, but that actually would make me dress up in a bat suit.
To go get it to a chick at night.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna run around parties at night and beat up some people just so I can get some invites. But the sad thing is, Batman knows where our house is. She didn't even
Yes.
go
Yes.
either.
So this is just another on this part. It's just another place for Two-Face trying to kill Batman again.
Yeah, it's just
And
another
fails again.
Well, actually, yeah, it is. But the whole point of the deal is Bruce Wayne. They need to reboot Bruce Wayne's mind, but he needs to get away.
Yes.
If Two-Face doesn't show up, he can't get away.
Yeah, I know.
The movie's pretty much over right there.
Yeah.
So of course he breaks free. He beats the crap out of those guys, and of course he chases after them.
Yes.
We skipped some scenes. I mean, there's farther back. There was a scene where Bruce Wayne tells Chase about him doing repressed memories.
Oh yeah. The repressed memories.
There was another scene where he comes out and fights Two-Face with the weird cars and crap.
Yep.
All that crap was stupid. But this one, he goes after Two-Face. It's another trap. He falls down the
another trap. Is another cause chase scene. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course they try to set him on fire, and he uses his bat cape with his bat fire retardant on.
Yeah, and he walks out of the fire.
Yeah,
I like
walks
that. He
out
just
of the
like
fire.
nonchalant, just walk out of the fire.
Actually, when I saw it though, it was cool.
Oh, yeah, it's cool because he walked out of the fire.
I mean, yeah, finally we get to see some other bat gadgets
Yes.
other than batterings and stuff. And
Batwing and the Batmobile was new. Yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't seen any new Bat gadgets in this so far.
yeah, not too many bat gadgets. Well, we never seen a lot of his bat suit do anything.
Yeah.
We know it's bulletproof, but now we see it's fire retardant. Of course, he didn't say. The good thing is, it did the buttons didn't say bat something on them. Like, of course, he jumps out and then he gets covered in what was it, gravel or dirt or something?
Yeah, some kind of sharpener or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he gets covered in gravel. And we think he's dead. And Two-Face is like, "Yay!" Runs away.
Yay.
Of course, we see that hand go in.
Yeah, Robin
Pulls Batman right
pick him
out.
up.
Yep, Robin saves him.
Oh,
Of
and
course,
then yeah, it goes
cool.
back to that scene where he's saying like, "I
Yeah.
can't stop you."
Yeah, where he's like, I'm going to follow you and all this stuff. He goes, no, you're not. I can't stop you. He goes, he tells, of course, tells Robin, I'm your friend. Why don't you listen to me? And Robin's like, I don't need a friend. I'm your
I
partner.
need a partner.
So,
It goes back to my comment about three dudes in a mansion. You know, like partner. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Partner. He's my partner.
hey, come on. He's talking about old West style partner.
Yeah, he is.
We used to go rob a bank together or
And
go
then-
shoot down.
Well, that's
the
the
guy.
scene that Robin gives Alfred his uniform and like put it next to the bat suit where it
Yeah,
belongs.
like it gives him, and then of course Batman's like, hey, you shouldn't encourage him. Of course, Robin's like, hey, men looking for revenge need little encouragement.
Yeah.
Basically, man,
That's a good line in this movie.
yeah, it is, but it basically goes to this, and it is Batman is now Alfred in a way to Robin,
Yes.
because see Batman after his parents got killed, he wanted revenge, so Alfred pretty much shaped him into Batman.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
the guy was going to do revenge. But he knew that Batman was going to go do revenge anyway, so it was Alfred's job to make sure he did it the right way.
Yes.
So now Robin wants revenge.
Wow.
Alfred's basically telling him, "There's no way you're going to stop this guy because he's like you. He's just like you now.
Yeah, he's just like you.
Why don't you use what you know and shape him into what you want it to be?" So
That's very good.
That's just a good scene. I mean, it's not as told as well, but
Yeah, it's not told as well. Yeah.
because we see that scene where he's telling him when Robin's talking to Bruce, he's like, "Hey, your parents weren't killed by a cyclone." He goes, "Yes, they were, just like you."
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
They are
much
very
that.
much alike. The writing was good in part to where Robin mirrors Batman.
Yeah, but of course Batman's got to go somewhere else. So of course he shows up at
At Chase's
Well,
house.
well, first
apartment.
he talks to Alfred first about. I don't understand why he's even talking about it. He's like, she likes Batman, but she doesn't like Bruce Wayne.
Because he got nobody else to talk to about this too.
I know, but the problem is, I'm like, you're the same guy, so what are you getting all emotional about it
Yeah,
for?
but you know what? Batman and Bruce Wayne are still literally getting the same girl.
Let me put it this way: if she likes Batman, and if she's with Batman, then you can dress like Bruce Wayne and get another girlfriend. I mean,
Oh gosh, Shane, I like the way you think.
spice,
Sugar and spice. Yes, exactly.
Sugar and spice.
I see
mean,
why.
come
Yeah,
on.
the Two-Face thing.
Because in the comic books, I mean, think about it. Bruce Wayne, Vicky Val. When he puts a Batman suit on, Catwoman, or Poison Ivy, or You know?
Yes.
I mean, come on, Batman has a lot of girlfriends.
Yes.
Wonder Woman.
Oh.
She probably put some bruises on you, some welts you'll never get rid of. But hey, it's all in the name of being Batman.
Yes. Sometimes you gotta take one for the team, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, Superman, eat your heart out. Because
Oh.
when I dress like Bruce Wayne, I ain't seeing your girlfriend too. Hey, life's reverse, okay? Reporters
Okay.
like Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
So of course he shows up at her house, and she's sleeping naked.
Yes. Like her sheets
Which
outline her body.
doesn't really make that much sense. I'm sure it's probably one of those movies that Warner's like, okay, this is as far as we're gonna go with that scene.
This is where she realizes anyway she loves Bruce and not Batman.
Well, that's the thing. She jumps off the bed and goes up to his windows, which looks like a peeking Tom.
Yes.
And of course they kiss. And so as soon as she kisses him, she's like, you know what? I don't really like you. I got to grow up, because she's already said this, that she likes the bad boy.
Yeah.
But now she likes the good boy, which Bruce Wayne is like a billionaire. Okay.
Yes.
He's not a good boy. Yeah. I mean, he's got like a yacht with a bunch of naked women on it. Okay.
Yep.
Because who wouldn't?
Oh, I know.
If you're
Bruce
a
Wayne,
billionaire,
forget this
it's
Batman.
okay. If you're yeah, exactly. So, of course, he turns around and he smiles.
He smiled. Did that bother you?
Yes, it did bother me.
Okay, it bothered me a long time ago too. I mean, it's comedic, but it's like I didn't need that scene at all.
It's just like they didn't really take this movie very serious.
Yeah, really, with the takeout thing, like
That's
right off the
is,
bat.
A lot of these first four Batmans, they just really didn't take being a superhero that serious.
Well, Batman Returns did.
Yeah, not probably. Well,
I wouldn't say Superman.
If you read about it, Burton didn't really think it was all that serious. He says that he made it less serious. To me, it seemed more serious.
So these four Batmans, yeah, it's not really a serious.
The problem is, it's probably because a lot of people don't have respect for people that read comic back then.
No, it's just what they trying to show what they think we want to see.
Yeah, well, plus the fan base they thought was probably smaller, and like we're in a comic book movie. But now, I mean, come on, comic books, that's some good art. The writing is dumb in some of it, but they do got some good story arcs.
Yeah, like what we just said about Alfred, his lines were good. Talk about Dick Grayson.
They got some good stuff. But so he leaves, and I forgot what the next scene was.
Oh, he leaves, and he trying to shut down the Batcave.
Oh yeah, well yeah, because now he's going to talk to Chase and be serious.
Yeah, be serious. You want to be Bruce Wayne? The Batman's no more.
Exactly, because Wayne's no more. So he's shutting all the stuff down. Which,
and this is the scene this is the scene where he talks to Dick, where like, oh, maybe they're gonna be partners and whatever, because before he left, he said like, we'll come back and talk about this, and now he just decided Batman is no more. And at the same time, right, this is where the Riddler shows Two-Face that newspaper that Batman survives.
Yeah,
it's like that's what I said. But then I taught my dog a new trick. Would you like to see what's inside Bruce Wayne's head? And then they play like a VCR or something. They put that little tube inside his chair, and then it projects out the TV. They have that technology because they already do that little weird get high thing with their brain, and then they show that big bat thing, and then that's the big line in the movie. Like, now who's afraid of a big bad bat? Go ahead, you can say it. You're a genius. Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
It is so corny, that part.
It is. It's corny. Plus, though, they know where he lives now, so they're gonna go to his house.
Yeah, they know who goes to his house, and then there's another one where the Riddler was wearing a different outfit. He wears a different outfit every time there's a new scene.
Yeah, I know. He's a deal.
My favorite one is just that little bowler hat and that little suit.
The
original.
Yeah, the original suit.
The other thing I like is that when they go to the house, right? They capture Chase.
Yeah.
And then he's wearing that like jacket. I like that one too. But everything else, that little leopard skin tight suit, like what the heck is that? Why is he dressed like that? And then that hair, looks like Carrot Top.
Because it was Carrot Top.
I almost.
Wrong comedian.
Like, oh my gosh.
But anyhow, they, where they're at the back. Yeah, they have the
In the
date
Bat
night.
Cave, yeah.
Yeah, well, they had date night with Vicky Vale. I'm
Yep.
at Chase now. Of course, Robin decides I'm taking my motorcycle and
Yeah,
going somewhere else.
he's going somewhere else.
Alfred's doing trick or treating because it's Halloween. This is a Halloween movie, by the way.
Yes, it is. It happened on Halloween night.
And of course, then Bruce Wayne is trying to tell her that he's Batman, but he can't. And of course, she drops some flowers. He has that flashback scene.
Yeah, I've seen it
And the whole
again.
flashback scene is all about him falling down a hole and see the bat and becoming Batman.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. They keep playing this flashback, and he can't remember what it is. It's all
Is that in the
Batman.
comic books? I want to ask you about that because they did that in Batman Begins also.
It seems like they probably did.
Okay.
But in the original, what they didn't probably later comic books. The original comic book with Bob Kane when he invented it, Batman
Look
sitting
in the
his
sky.
living room.
Yes, I saw that.
Sitting in his living room, and a bat's flying around his house.
Yes.
And he follows it and finds a house, and then he becomes Batman.
Yeah.
It was simple, real simple.
Yeah, because back
Yeah,
then
that's-
it's just so simple.
Yeah, all he did was like, "Hey, I got bats in my house. Oh yeah, here's a hole in my house. I'm gonna live under there."
You know what? But all of that, right? I really like the. You know what? It's kind of like that Batman Returns. I mean, Batman Begins. Christian
Yes.
Bale did the same thing. He was looking at the
Yeah,
bat,
yeah.
like, to see where it came from.
Yep.
And like,
Well-
I like that line better in Batman.
Well, he also
Begins.
got to remember he fell down that hole too.
Yeah, he found. That's the thing. He found down that hole too.
He saw
So
that
did
big
they
giant
use
bat.
both elements? They were
Yeah.
able to both bring both.
Well, it's easier sometimes to watch a movie and then show people what they already seen,
Yeah.
which I would rather you just start new.
And you know what? I really like that Batman Begins when Alfred asked, like, why bats, Master Wayne? Because he said, like, well, because bats frighten me.
Yeah, and that's the story in the original one because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be. He says to Alfred that Bill, thieves and stuff, they're superstitious group of people. So
Yeah.
dressing like a Batman would scare them.
It's just, the symbol.
And that's supposed to be how it is. I mean, if somebody dresses like a Batman and jumped out at night,
Yeah, it's pretty creepy, yeah.
They started running at you, trying to beat the crap out of you. It'd be like that YouTube, where those people started fighting and they rip all their clothes off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not so much. It doesn't matter what the guy looks like. It's
just that, like,
you gotta go.
the dude's wearing a thong. It's like, what is going on? I don't want to do with this. Because those other guys leave. Like, they run out of that
Exactly.
situation.
That's basically dressed like a Batman. I mean, if somebody jumps out dressed up, you're gonna probably run away.
It's like, I can't remember if I showed her. I need to show her that thing. Like, what the heck's going on? Why? I don't know. I would run too because I wouldn't know what to do.
I mean, yeah, you don't want that dance.
Who's about to
touching you?
start a fight, right? And then take off their clothes and he's just wearing a thong.
I mean, it's basically the shock.
It is the shock, yeah.
It is the shock.
It's very
It makes it go
shocking.
the
Like,
wrong way.
I don't know what's happening here.
Because it didn't make the guy stronger or tougher or anything. But anyways, so Vic, man, I keep calling her Vicky. Chase kisses him
Chase,
and
yeah.
realizes this is Batman.
He's Batman.
And I'm like, yay, there's another one. This guy can't keep a secret at all.
No, except for Batman and Robin. Nobody knew who he was. Except for Mr. Freeze, I think.
I think everybody almost figured it out.
Yeah.
They're like, you sound like George Clooney, so you must be Batman.
But, like, the woman figured out easily, right? Like, Riddler had to go through all that scheme just to find out he's
I know.
Batman.
I'm like, who's the real detective in this movie?
Yeah. The woman figured out like that.
But anyways, of course we see the villains break into the house.
Yep.
And of course, Riddler tells him, "Hey, don't kill anybody. It goes double for you."
That goes double for
And
you.
of course, there's that scene where he's sitting there and he's flipping.
Yeah, he's
his
flipping the
coin.
coin. Yeah, you said it was an editing error.
Actually, it's supposed to have been he flipped the coin to see if he kills the butler. Flips the coin to see if he kills Chase. Flips the coin to see if he kills Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Oh.
So yeah, he's supposed to have done a flip coin to see who he kills. He wasn't flipping it over and over again.
Just to see if he could.
Just
Oh,
to kill
okay.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's
It looks that way.
Yeah.
It looks that way, though. But that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Oh, how did you figure that? That makes so much
Oh,
more
I read
sense.
it because a lot of people are arguing about it.
Oh,
'Cause a
so
lot
he
of
did.
people well, they wrote about it, but only because a lot of people that watched this movie got mad because they know in the comic books he only flips the coin
He
once.
flipped one time, yeah.
And he won't change. He won't keep flipping because it's pointless.
Yo, it does look like he was keep flipping just to see if he could kill Bruce.
Yeah, exactly.
But now it makes
So-
sense. Like, oh, he did it first time for Alfred, and then Chase, and then
Yeah.
at the third one, he finally gets to kill somebody.
Yeah, and when that flip was for Bruce, and he gets
Yeah.
to shoot Bruce in the head.
So while he was doing that, right, and then all the henchmen are running around the house, how did you like that Riddler blowing up the Batcave.
It was dumb.
Oh, it was dumb, huh?
I mean, it made sense, but the whole scene of it, him doing talking and throwing the little things around, I was like, come on, move it on.
That's Jim Carrey, right? That's totally Jim Carrey right there.
Jim Carrey, especially when he does the baseball moves.
Oh, the baseball
he grabs himself. I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, I think out of all that, right, the only thing I like is when he was walking that bridge and he threw the bombs down like this and he go, ugh!
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
But I didn't really like the baseball thing either. And when he did that toss like that on the side, and I like, the bomb on the side, like, it's okay. Good thing he made it on top back to the house really quick, though. Otherwise, he would have killed Batman. Or Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it's funny how they move up and down those stairs really quick.
Yep. And that was a scene where the Riddler, like, for some reason, his little staff can find Batman's Batcave so easily.
He's an inventor. I mean, come on. If you can invent a thing that steals brainwaves.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Which I don't know who would build a sensor that can find a Batcave.
Yeah.
It must have been like a false door sensor or something. Who knows?
Oh, okay, like
I'm sure there was probably some tech to it.
Yeah, upgraded metal detector.
But it got lost in the script.
Yes.
But anyways, of course, he tells him don't shoot Batman because if you shoot
won't learn nothing.
He won't learn nothing. Of course, he leaves a riddle for him. And then, of course, Batman finally wakes up and he realizes everything's destroyed. Chase is gone. Robin's ran away.
Yep.
Looks like that Bat song. Anyway, and of course, he's got a riddle. So they figure out the riddles. And basically, all the riddles tell him is Edward Enigma's
Enigma.
Name. Which I'm thinking, you can't figure it out because there's a bat symbol up in the sky, okay?
Yeah. And
then the Riddler symbol appears above it. Plus, there's all those waves, all those people's houses. You see that energy going to that place.
Yeah, to that place.
And this place is. There's a Riddler symbol coming from Edward's Enigma place. And he's got to figure it out by just reading the riddles.
Yes.
I'm like, just look at this guy, you idiot.
Just give it 2 minutes. Just give it 2 minutes. You'll see what's going on.
Yeah, all I have to do is follow the green path going to the island. So, of course, Batman's got to put on his new, improved
silver suit. Yes, with the bust shot.
Because probably doesn't need to sell action figures.
Yeah.
Everybody already had the Michael Keaton Batman, the one with the pull-out belt, hook it on stuff, and he slides up. I have one. I didn't buy any of these other Bat toys.
No.
I was too old by then.
Yeah, you're right.
Which actually doesn't stop me from buying Lego stuff.
Yeah, that's what it took a really time.
What could I say? I thought I wanted to be an adult, and I changed my mind.
Dude, we bought a giant Batman from Target. It's probably almost 2 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, 1.5, 2 feet. Because my sister bought me the Captain America, and we bought one from Target because they had it for $5. So I bought it immediately.
Okay, yeah, I know which ones you're talking about.
It's a really big, good one.
Yeah, I just got the little bitty, the Batman, Affleck Batman.
Oh, okay.
I have an Adam West Batman.
Oh, yeah. You do?
Yeah, we'll see it later.
Okay.
Special event.
Yeah, special event. Yes, definitely.
Anyways, Batman figures out where he's got to go, and of course he goes to Batcave, puts the bat suit on, and then he's asked Alfred.
Yeah, which one should I
go
take?
For sea or should I
air?
Air, because that's all that's left. Which the bat boat I have a model of.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know where it's at. It's out somewhere in the box. I need to find it. I need the car in the Batwing too. Oh. But I like it. Then that's when Robin shows up with his giant costume.
So the costume, that's based on a different
Robin. He's got like a huge cod piece bigger than
Yeah. Yeah, it is. The triangle area is really huge.
I'm surprised Bruce Wayne didn't tell us, but hey.
But didn't they model that after like the second or third Robin? I can't remember.
They did the third Robin suit. But the third Robin all suit. Of that suit.
It's just the color.
Yeah, just matches. The colors and the basic kind of outline. But I mean, come on, that Robin didn't have nipples.
He didn't, right? No, did it have nipples on that?
His did. His suit in the movie did, but the comic book suits don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It reminds me of what was that? What was that movie? Wayne's World, the second Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Where we say, do you find it necessary to show the naked Indian's bottom? Same thing here. Did you find it necessary to show all of this other stuff that we
You
didn't
know,
really
it's really
need?
funny. They probably had to go to some kind of meeting and costume design and drawing, like sketches, right? Because we've seen that stuff and like, okay, I okayed this. How many people were like, oh man, I don't think that's a good idea.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's
but
what it was.
but I'm not on top of that food chain. You know what I mean? I'm just here
Yeah.
to. They tell me
It
to
probably
make
was.
it, I do it.
Probably when they drew it and wrote it, it looked good. And when it got it out there on film, they're like, we should have edited that
You see
out.
this comic book here? It didn't have any nipples. Even Batman or Robin.
Hey, but I got
Okay.
a book here that will tell you that they're there.
Yeah.
They're there.
I'm looking at these comic books like, oh man. Why? I
That's
can't
what I'm
even
saying.
believe that he made it to Batman
It
Begins
looked
where
like they
Christian Bale said they
disappeared
didn't
on the
like it.
sonar suit, though. And that's what you got a picture of on your cover is a sonar suit.
Yeah, it is, right?
Plus, we noticed the bat symbols changed too. See how big the bat symbol got?
Yeah, the Batman symbols
Because the
as
bat
bigger.
symbol had the yellow behind it for most of the movie.
Yeah, except for this one, it's all the way across the chest.
Yeah, well, it's like that in the movie.
Yeah, it's like that in the movie.
So that's the sonar suit. So, anyways, Robin takes the bat boat, and Batman takes the Batwing. But
Yep.
here's the scene: is it shows the mansion up on this giant hill. All of a sudden, it's up on this cliff.
Yeah.
The bat boat coming out of the tube looks so funny. Just like it looked like a crappy model, cheap model.
How they wasted all the money on the nipples.
Yeah, and of course the Batwing flies up across the moon like normal.
Yeah.
Which you have to be standing in the right spot to actually see that in Gotham City.
Yeah, you do.
You'll never see it going for the moon.
Yeah.
But anyways, so they make their way to the island. Of course, the two goons are playing
Well, before they
Battleship.
made it to the island, right? You know, Batman had to clear up that green from the symbol from the Joker thing.
Oh yeah, he flies through there. Of course, you got to see Commissioner Gordon cheering. Yay!
Yeah, like, and then he gave him the thumbs up, like, really? Realistically, can you
Like-
see each other?
Exactly. That's what I was saying. There's no way he saw him.
Oh, when I saw that, I was like, I was a little kind of mad. Like, really? There's no way. Like, you did that just for movie effects.
Oh, the movie's just starting to go downhill
Yeah.
because the people are getting tired of it.
And it's like, this is the end scene, too.
This is the end scene. Well, of course, they're playing the battleship and they blow up the boat
Oh.
with Robin in
The
it.
battleship was kind of lame.
It was. You sunk my battleship. Who, me?
It's,
It was lame. It was like why even waste time to shoot that scene?
I don't know.
And of course, then of course, the Batwing blows its wings off. It turns into a little submarine and it shoots Batman out like a missile.
It shoot Batman
So
out
you
of the missile, and then like Two-Face's henchmen were underwater.
Yep, exactly. It was diving
Right.
suits.
Man,
Hey, you had to pay a little extra for those divers, okay?
yes, you do.
Those aren't your regular wear the purple suit, shoot the machine gun.
They're like,
back.
hey, you guys work on land, I work on water, okay?
Yep. He had Navy SEALs, okay?
So they
But they
fight
beat
off
them-
the goons, but they didn't fight off the goons. They just did like a torpedo thing, and where they just got out of that situation really quick.
Yeah,
right?
well, they put a net around the goons.
Yeah, they put a net around the goons.
And of course, they land on the island, and that's where they get the iconic scene of
Yes.
holy rusted metal, Batman.
And then Batman's like, huh?
Yeah, what? then he has to explain it, and that makes it even more lame. To be honest
It
with
made
you.
it
He
more
goes,
lame when he had to
"Yeah,
explain it.
There's metal, it's rusted, and there's holes on it."
Wow. Holy rusted metal Batman.
I'm like, I think we got it.
Yeah,
And then, of
holy
course, the
rusted
island
metal
starts to
Batman.
split in two,
Yeah.
and Robin gets stuck at the top. And of course, there's finally the battle with him and Two-Face.
Yes, they had that battle.
Of course, he decides to save Two-Face.
I'd rather see you.
And-
I'll see you in hell. Like,
Yeah.
We'll see you in hell. Like, I'd rather see you in jail.
Yeah, he saves him. He goes, the bat taught you well. And
Yep.
of course, he gets captured. And so Batman goes into the bottom. And he's got to climb all the way up this cylinder. And of course, these spikes come down.
So that worked well in a way because one fight it's like one-on-one fight between each one of them. Robin fights
Yeah.
Two-Face, and then Batman
Oh.
faces the Riddler.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah. Then, of course, finally Batman gets past the spikes. He makes it up there. It's kind of
Oh
dumb.
yeah.
this scene.
Oh, you know what? But it shows you the new gadget. Those jet boots, right? Like jet propelled
Oh
boots.
yeah, I forgot the jet boots. I forgot the stupid jet boots.
Like
They're
Iron Man.
stupid. No, Iron Man's makes sense. He's got a suit to hold the fuel and stuff. This guy just got these little jets. Where's the fuel at?
I don't know.
Exactly. It's
And
in
then
his
it
cape.
flips
It's
that
probably
little
in his
thing,
cape.
and that's how
It's
like
probably in his ears.
yeah. So it flips that thing, right? That little crush thing, and then it shoots him up perfectly into a hole where it opens up for him to jump
Yeah.
out of.
Only Batman. Hey, but I'm okay
Yeah,
with that. Okay, I'm okay with it
I
because
guess we are.
then we see Jim Carrey. He's like, "Hey, I'm a god." Blah blah blah. Giving him a speech. And he even does that voice, which is actually kind of cool.
It is, right?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he swirls the deal and he goes, "I am," and of course he's over the top, but he goes, "You got Two-Face standing there."
Yeah.
But then he gives him a choice. He's like, "Hey, I got Robin and I got Chase."
That was a good that was a good choice though thing, like the chase and
Oh,
the
it was a
Robin
pretty cool
thing.
deal
Yeah.
because of course he's going to drop them to their deaths. He's like, "Hey, all you have to do is pick one."
Yep.
And then of course Batman gives him a riddle.
A simple one, a diversion.
Yeah, well, any riddle's going to be simple for the Riddler.
Yeah, for the Riddler, yes.
Or the puzzler, as he was going to call
Oh,
himself.
you're a puzzler.
The puzzler's actually in the. He's actually in the old Batman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a villain on the TV series.
You know what? I forgot to point out when he did that, right? That is the greatest riddle of all. Can Batman and Bruce Wayne coexist at the same time?
I guess I kind of thought that was lame.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how can we not coexist at the same time?
Yeah, that's the question from Christian Bale's Batman.
Yeah, but he's been doing it all this long, and all of a sudden it's a problem.
I know.
That's what bothers me.
Because the love interest thing.
Yeah, I'm like, he was always one person. He was never a dual identity person, really, to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just Batman.
He takes them on, but he's not really. I mean, like I said, the Bruce Wayne's just the show.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The
Bruce
world
Wayne is the show.
Basically, he just does the Batman thing and everything. So.
Ooh.
But anyways, of course, he swings his little batarang, busts the deal out. Everybody goes running. Both the people drop. He swings down. He saves.
He saves both. Say Chase first.
And then, of course, Robin does the little Robin thing, and Batman catches him just like he does, kind of like the catch you see at the circus.
Yes.
Where he grabs him by the hands and saves him.
So basically, if Robin didn't have come, he wouldn't have to make this choice.
Yeah.
You know, it's very funny when before this scene happens, right? When Chase said like Batman will come for you, like Batman, it's like I'm counting on it. He didn't count on Robin, so suddenly he had to put these two people in cages. Unless he thought about like, well, now I gotta catch this guy. You know, it feels really rushed. Suddenly, like, where does Robin come from? Like, if you think about it, right? Riddler and Two-Face have no idea that Batman was gonna bring an extra guest.
Yeah, they didn't know there was a Robin.
Yeah, and then suddenly that's the greatest riddle of all. Like, how did you come up with that?
Maybe they're ready to catch somebody else. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey, he's good at on the fly.
Yeah, I guess he is because he's smart. He's a genius now.
But anyways, so they blow up all this stuff, save each other. Of course, Two-Face almost kills him. He throws up a bunch of coins.
So yeah, he throws a bunch of coins, and then I guess that when he busts that machine, it reversed the effect, or it does something to Enigma, right? Like it sucks.
It made him stupid or something.
Or just crazy.
Yeah. So basically, it just made him crazy, basically. Because whenever he's standing there, all he can say is, "Why can't I kill you?" The same thing that Two-Face says the whole movie.
Yeah. So Batman kills Two-Face.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he didn't really kill him. He threw some coins up and he slipped and fell.
Yeah. Okay. He slipped and fell. It's not Batman's fault.
He didn't intentionally kill him. He wanted just to confuse him so he wouldn't get shot.
Yeah.
He's afraid to jump up there, fight him, and arrest him. But the guy fell.
The guy fell fair and square.
Yeah. And he dies.
He dies.
And then that's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie, and then like
of course, it goes to Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum, yes.
Which is cool because Arkham Asylum actually finally looks like Arkham Asylum does in the comic.
Almost forgot about the Arkham Asylum part.
Yeah. And they go to the Arkham Asylum. Of course, we see the doctor, and the doctor's telling Chase that Riddler knows who Batman is.
Yeah,
so of course she's there to figure it out, to see if this guy really knows anything. Because I'm like, if he does know, what are they going to do? Go in there and beat him up, or just keep him on drugs or something?
But just say he's crazy. Well, that's what Dr. Meridian comes in like, well, I seen this before. He's delusional.
Yeah, probably so. Of course, she asked him, "Hey, who's Batman?" Of course, he comes out flapping his.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
It is.
Then she leaves and goes sees Bruce Wayne at the gates. And of course, he's like, "So what's the deal?" He goes,
"You have nothing to worry about."
Yeah, he's a wacko.
Yeah, or is that a technical term?
Yeah. And of course, then they're together now.
Yeah.
because she's like, "Hey, don't stay out late."
Oh. And then they do the running thing towards
Oh
the.
yeah, where it shows the bat light, and of course they got to come out and run. It's kind of like the OTV series where
Yeah,
they
it
run.
is, right?
And of course you get a U2 song.
So, okay, yes. So it's supposed to be. So we said we like this movie, right? Batman Forever wasn't that bad, but it feels
I
like
like it better than Batman.
yeah, but it feels like the more that we talk about this movie, like man, this movie was sucked. We had the opposite effect.
Hey,
I'm not sure if I can watch this again.
I'm just calling it like it is. I don't know that I would. It's not like a must see Batman.
Yeah. So with this one done, right? Are we doing Batman and Robin next week?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
gotta
end
finish
this right
this.
here. We'll finish Batman and Robin next week. Good. Thank you for watching this segment of our reviews. I hope you had a great time listening to us. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.